One, two, one, two, one. Turn me up. Turn me up.
The champ is here.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Will you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you Negroes. Shout out to my trolls. I hope everybody is doing well today. It's August 4th, 2026, Tuesday. I'm just having a little lunch here, y'all. Figured I'd jump on here for a little bit. Couple of things bouncing around an old noggin here. Just having my lunch. Some mixed vegetables and some chicken. I don't even know where to start, man. There's so much going on upstairs here. A lot of topics. I'm going to try not to be on here too long. But on your way in the door, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Smash that bell. Share it to your socials. Hit the Cash App. Send me $2 on the Pure Leap Tea Fund. Y'all see what I'm drinking. Drinking some leftover Bojangles tea right now. $ send the number 2 V. Send 2V. I appreciate everything. Couple of people helped me get through the week last week, man. I needed it. Came through in clutch at the end of the week. Right on time, man, because I was in here starving, y'all. But, you know, life goes on. My aunt gonna ask me, "You looking skinny?" Yeah. You eating? No. Mm-mm. You see some food in there? They be think I be playing when I be telling them stuff. I just endure, do my best to deal with it. But I'm grateful right now, man. I'm in a great situation. I'm in my new house. Way more space than I had back in Charlotte. I know people, I told somebody earlier today, you got to be positive, and I don't do that bullshit. In order to get to the positive, you got to deal with the negative. But see, people who say that, my experience rather, those people who make that statement, they're used to other people dealing with the negative, which allows them to be in happy la la positivity land and smiles and, you know, they don't think about what that person got to do and go through. I said something to my cousin. Today is his birthday. He thought I forgot. Just because I don't celebrate birthdays don't mean I don't acknowledge him and I don't remember him. I've known his birthday his whole life. I'm older than him. I was there. But he's a family man. The hell is that? Oh, this. Thought I turned the volume all the way down. He's a family man, wife, kid. And I understand, I know black as a black man, I know what it's like, the trials and tribulations that black men face when their husbands, their fathers, and they're taking care of their household. It's not an easy job. And a lot of times men bottle up and they don't express their frustrations and things of that nature. So what I said to him is, brother, I see you. I understand. I too was once where you were 20 years ago. I get it. I did it 30 years. And I mean, you figure Dream will be 27 in February. Almost 30 years, I understand. But back then, there was nobody telling me, an older black man who communicated to me what I communicated to my cousin. Hey, man, I see you. I understand what you go through because you're going through this shit, and people are telling you, the world, society, your wife, whoever, the shit that you're experiencing, you're not really experiencing it like you're crazy. So this is the purpose of the manosphere is, and this is why women are actively trying to destroy the manosphere. Um, you saw this with Kevin, Andrew Tate, and them. Anybody who they thought came out of the manosphere or represented the manosphere from their understanding, because they don't understand what it is. They think it's just one conversation going on. And it's hate women. That's what they want to, that's the narrative that they want to portray. And because they're portraying that narrative, attack those men. And the biggest ones, attack them. We're going to ignore all the other conversations going on in the manosphere. We're going to focus on these big guys because they represent hate women. Well, men have been getting that narrative pushed at us, particularly black women, have been pushing that at black women, men all our lives. So I wish I had a man back when to say, hey, man, I see you. I know what you're going through. It ain't just you. We going through it too, man. And here's where the manosphere comes in. And not only do I see you, here's how you navigate economic situations, relationships, socioeconomic shit, the workplace, legal, and other issues. But see, the broader system, well, the women in the society, that's who's running society, these narratives in society, because they want to be, I want to be a victim too, even though women have always held these spaces. All my life, anyway. Coming up in the 80s, the Oprahs, the Ricky Lakes, the Geraldos, the Phil Donahues, the Montel Williams, every movie damn near, the music started switching over. Because that's what men ran to first, at least in the 80s. Men of my generation who built hip hop. Hip hop was our escape. And then that got infiltrated by the corporations and then, whatever. I mean, I don't even really consider it hip hop today. I really consider it just pop music, popular culture music. I remember hip hop. I remember what it was like. I remember the culture. I grew up in it. I was there in the beginning. But my point is that's what's happening to the manosphere. Corporate America can't really infiltrate it the way they did hip hop. There's a lot of parallels though. Because of YouTube, you know, You can bypass. You don't have to go to the record labels no more. You could just get your word out. Back then, you had to go through the record labels. You had to go through the industry. The industry has been shut down, so there is no industry. You got a phone, you can speak. You can market yourself, and that's what's changed. And women don't know how to react to it. And what they don't understand, it's not an attack. Men are responding after generations of their attacks on men. And again, I love women. I gotta use that disclaimer. They think when you state the facts, oh, you're hating, you're bashing. No, we're having an intelligent conversation. We're discussing what happened, what is happening, and where we're going into the future. Right? But anytime certain groups of people they hear things they don't like or agree with, the labels start coming out, and that kind of thing. This wasn't even one of the original conversations I planned on having. See where my mind goes, y'all? Well, let me give y'all the update. So, let me tell you something. How much I love women. One of my first loves, and I'm so grateful to her, man. One of my first loves, y'all have heard me mention her name many times, which is Joy. And let me give y'all understanding how much I love her. If I would have never left New Jersey to come down south, me and Joy more than likely would be married to this day. I believe that. That's the track we were heading on. That proximity that I told y'all about that got in between us, that really, it didn't destroy our relationship because we remained friends and in touch with each other our entire lives. So anyway, back it up. Let me rewind. Y'all know I was having problems, or some of you may know. Moving from Gastonia back to Charlotte, things didn't happen the way they were supposed to. I've had to kick out a lot of money that I wasn't supposed to kick out, but I'm trying to get in here. That's what was important to me, so I did what I had to do. But anyway, some of you, who are close to me, I shared some pictures of my house with. So me and Joy were talking about a month ago. And I'm showing her the pictures and things I'm gonna do with the house and this and that. And she saw me and her coincidentally think alike to this day on a lot of things. Not our ideology isn't the same, but a lot of things we think alike a lot. And we love having spirited debates. We always did. But our living room sets are almost identical. And I did not know that. When she saw my pictures, she said, let me send you a picture. I said, what's this? She said, that's my living room. I said, oh, shit. Same couch, damn near the same couch, same color. Think alike. So anyway, then she's telling me, hey, I got these bar stools that I need to get rid of, and they'll look perfect in your kitchen. I said, that's what's up. She said, I'll bring them to you next time I'm down that way. Well, she's a property manager for a company, and they send her all over this country. So, like right now, she's in Charlotte. Next week, she's going to be in Texas. That's to give you an idea how she travels. She lives in North Carolina in Raleigh. So, sometimes she's even back and forth between Raleigh and Atlanta. She comes right through Charlotte. So, anyway, yesterday she calls me, and I'm pissed off. I'm steaming. And I'll tell y'all why in a minute. I'm steaming. And she calls me. She's always so chipper. She has this smile, this little almost sarcastic, but it's funny as hell to me. But I love her smile, and she's always had it. And I've known her since we were what, 15 or 16? I don't know, 14. Shit, I fucking I know. But I'm getting too old. I don't remember. So anyway, she calls me. Hey, how's the move going? You in? You in there yet? I'm like, yeah. I was reluctant to tell her, but she knows me, so she's pulling it out of me. I'm like, oh, I might as well go ahead and fucking tell her. So I told her why I was pissed off. She said, don't worry about it. I got you. What you mean you got me? I gotta get these fucking keys turned in yesterday. I got you. I'm already on my way to you. I got them bar stools. I had to forgot about the fucking bar stools. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Just so y'all don't know. Some people think I make up these stories and shit. I don't. No fucking way. I'm not that creative. I'm creative, but not that damn creative. So I got boxes and shit all over the place, y'all. So please forgive me. But these are the bar stools right here, and they're perfect. They're perfect height for my bar, and they blend in perfectly with my color scheme. Because you can see that's the red couch. I put the cover over it. Now it's gray. Right. I mean, I got to tighten it up and tuck it in, but it's gray. Right? Just like I said I would. I'm slowly but surely piecing it together, but I got a whole lot of shit to go through, bags and boxes, and I don't even know what's in these bags because I didn't pack them. My bed is covered in fucking clothes because I just got my clothes cleaned, remember? Um, so she says to me, I tell her what's going on. Like, I got to get down to Gastonia to get my last little bit of stuff out of the house. And everybody I could count on is like one person's on, two people was on vacation. It's that time of year, people go on vacation. So I understand that. I'm already grateful for what they've done thus far for me. People help me, and I'm very grateful for when people help me. So anyway, she says, I'll take you with no hesitation. I said, damn. And I was just, I try to tell y'all all the time, right? I try to pay it forward. And I give generously to people throughout my life, and I don't expect anything back from them. And because I know it's going to come back to me. And I'm like, soon as she said that to me, she's like, I'll be there in about an hour or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. She was already staying in a hotel about 15 minutes away from me. And because I think she said it took her like 14 minutes to get here from the hotel, but she was still working. But my point is, I try to put, I try to do good by people. And regardless if I'm getting something out of it directly or not, because I know it's going to come back. And you can't do this for everybody, though, because some people are just chronic victims and that kind of thing. And that means they got demons on them. And I don't want them demons to jump and multiply from one person to another. So when I start recognizing somebody got a demon on them, I back up off of them. But man, she rescued me, man. She rescued me and my aunt and my mom. So, I don't know this bullshit narrative that y'all try to create behind the scenes, like B hate women, he's a misogynist. I love women. I say that all the time because I'm grateful for my experiences with the women that I've run across in my life, you know. But that being said, don't mean I'm not going to check them. That don't mean I'm not going to address the bullshit in the larger society. Those are two different things. We're talking about my anecdotal experience versus my experience with the environment, the culture, the society, whatever, however you want to classify it. I gotta wash this house, y'all. I keep forgetting. I'm not gonna get to it this month because I done kicked out way too much money. Um, but next month, before I get it's still gonna be hot in September down here. So, but this mildew, it happens in Charlotte. So I know what houses I've had in the past. I always had to watch the house, usually twice a year. So I'm gonna get this stuff, and I got to get a hose. And I thought about that because the hose attaches right there. So I got to get my hose. And I used to have all of this shit. I told y'all I've lost more than most people will ever have. I had all of the gardening equipment, lawnmowers, weed whackers, you name it. I had it all. But it's all good. Like I said once before, I'll get it back. I'll get some of it back. Like what's my man Frank Abagnale Senior said, we're gonna get it all back, son. I told my son the same thing once. I'm gonna get it all back. Well, I'm not gonna get it all back. I'll get some of it back. I told y'all last year when I wasn't walking, I'd be walking again. When Debo was around, I wasn't walking. Now Debo gone, I'm gonna be walking again. I ain't gonna tell y'all who Debo is though. I don't want to be. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't want. I want to be a certain way, even though it's true. I don't know when we got in this world where we're not allowed to speak true things. We can't speak truth. Where did that world come from? I I'm from a different world. I'm from a different time period where that wasn't a thing. People just spoke the truth, and truth was the truth. My leg was itching. I'm sorry. Thought someone was biting me for a minute. I got the PAD in my legs, so sometimes my veins are rerouting themselves, and it'll feel like something is biting me, something is stabbing me. So that's, I think, what I was feeling just now. But I I started this podcast partially in the beginning, 15 years ago, because I genuinely wanted, like people are today when they jump into space, the relationship thing. And it was a relationship between me and my family mainly. People saying, well, you said this, and then they get angry at you for a thing you didn't even say. Let that sink in. They're mad at you for something they created in their own mind that you never said. I didn't say that. Or they'll mix your words up because words matter. Remember, I'm the words matter guy. And that's why I'm so careful on here and in my real life on what words I use at different times and their meanings. My undergrad is in English education. Words are very important to me. I study words. I still do. The history of them, the evolution of them, whatever. Etymology. People today don't know what words mean. Now, when I was growing up, when you didn't know what a word meant, you would go ask an adult. And the adults that I went to go ask were my grandparents. And what did they do? Pointed the dictionary, pointed the encyclopedia. Remember, I told the story of the encyclopedias that all the black people had from the supermarket? I got them. You better use them. Learn what the word means. Well, people today don't do that. What they do, they think they know what a word means and they apply out of their own imagination a new definition. For example, the word feeling or feel has so many different meanings today that are wrong and don't mean what they're actually trying to say. I mean, somebody would make the Ebonics argument, but you see this even in American culture as abroad now, right? And of course, American culture follows black culture, but hold on. I'm getting hot. It was just about to start raining, and then now it's perfectly beautiful out again. Amazing. When the dude delivered my food, it was dripping drops. So anyway, let me cut through before we continue. Y'all see my clock? I gotta get a battery for it. So anyway, hold on. Let me get comfortable. Give me a second. I'm moving around. I need my drink up. A little bit I got left. My groceries be here soon. So anyway, they make up meanings or definitions for words when they don't know really what they mean, because everybody thinks they're intelligent today, and they because they're articulate, they confuse that with intelligence or education, and they're wrong. Feeling or feel. They go, I know a person, I know people, this used to be a New York thing. Feel me, you feel me, you feel me. They always say that shit constantly in a conversation, and it annoys the fuck out of me. See, New Jersey people and New York people, we speak differently. Now, if you're not from the tri-state area or northern area, you may think we all sound alike, but I can hear the difference even between boroughs in New York. Brooklyn versus Harlem, I can hear it. But I feel. That was something that started back in the 90s and shit. That I feel stuff. What they're really saying is when they say feel me, like they talking and they're in the middle of the conversation and constantly saying, feel me, after every other sentence sometime. Feel me, feel me. Stop fucking doing that. But they do it. And what they're really saying is, do you hear me? Well, hear and feel are two different words. They are not synonymous of each other. They're not synonyms. I feel and I hear, or do you hear me? Feel me and do you hear me are not the same. But that's what they're saying. That's the meaning. But that's not what's coming out. Feel me? No, I don't. I hear you and I correct people. And because if we don't deal with the negative, if we don't offer correction, the Bible teaches correction is love. If we don't do the correction, it becomes a thing. So that's why what happened in the late 80s and 90s is now a thing today in 2026 with these kids. And this is why they can't read, because they don't know they don't understand what they're reading. Because the words are written correctly, but their definitions of those words, they don't know what's happening. See what happens? See now how we created a new problem, about to be two generations of kids who can't read. All because, you feel me? See? See how problems manifest themselves? And then when other people come along and they speak correctly, and you don't understand why they're using words that they're using or what they truly mean by the words that they're using, you get offended, you get angry, you don't agree because you got wrong definitions in your head. Words matter. And there are other ones. I mean, independent. I'm strong and independent. Independent means free from authority. What women who say I'm independent, what they're saying is I'm self-sufficient to some degree, I would argue. But nevertheless, that's what they mean. But words matter. I'm independent. I'm independent. Nobody's free from authority. We all have to report to somebody, always. So how can you say I'm independent? But you got to understand what they really mean. And this is why, ladies, it's difficult, particularly when men get in conversation with y'all, because y'all have your own definitions in your head individually. And then, like, you talk to 10 women, you'll get 10 different definitions of the same word sometimes. And men are like, what the fuck? We don't know. And that's why men just shut down historically, would just shut down. They didn't say, what the fuck you talking about? Like I would. What are you talking about? No, use it a different way. Say that same thing, but use different words so I can use some synonyms so I understand. And that's how I started understanding. Oh, you're using the wrong word. That's why I don't know what the hell you talking about. And this has been going on for most of our lives. Talk to your mom, you get one definition. Talk to your aunt, another definition. Your grandma, your aunties, other women or girls out in the community that you know. They're all using the same word, but meaning different things. And they're all wrong because the word doesn't mean nothing what their meaning, what their intent is, if that makes sense, if you will. Right? Y'all with me? Hello? Y'all all right? Let me see if y'all all right. Who I got? I got a couple of y'all in here. I ain't got no chat yet. Y'all need to check in with the chat. I'm going to pause for a minute. Welcome to the Peeps Podcast. I am the Dark Knight. I am the Black MAGA. I am the Day Walker. I am Mr. Big Balls himself. I am the Shogun of Charlotte. The ladies call me the Cookie Monster. I am you could call me rather the Pumpkin of Escobar. I am the author, the artist, the photographer, formerly known as Van Johnson. You can find my last book, Me Dos Centimos, on Amazon.com. It's the 10-year anniversary. It has been available for 10 years. Also, I am the Heisenberg of this ish. They call me the Heisenberg because I bring you the pure, that raw dog, never stepped on, no impurities, pure blue crystal truth. And blame me, because if you don't, they will attack you. Don't go, I didn't say it. Izzy said it. Send them over here to me. I take all that smoke for y'all. Trust me. I like it. I got some Hey V's lately that I need to share. We'll get to those on another show. I used to do those all the time. Hey V's are the DMs and emails and sometimes text messages. People find my phone number and text me shit. Questions usually. Well, what about this and what about that? And I share those on here with you and my response to them. Now, but it's always funny. Very few of those people actually come up here and ask me those questions live. And I used to do a smoke show every week, multiple times a week at one point. But it's all good. People don't want to do constructive work. They want to do foolishness in today's world. And I understand that. So, but every now and then I'll get somebody who will come up here and engage with me and we just talk and Because I'm genuinely trying to get the solution. I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the symptoms to the problem. I want to address the problem, the root cause analysis, and then get to the solution from A to B as short as possible. That's my thinking. I don't be wanting to hear nobody long fucking stories. Like, and that's why sometimes I cut people off to start pulling from them what I want instead of allowing them to squirrely brain all of fucking zigzag and twist and turn instead of it being a straight line. The guy that was supposed to deliver my dryer, and I'll come back to this story, but I'm gonna say this little part. We went in the laundry room. He's looking around for the connection to the dryer. He says to me, "Well, I don't see the plug. There's the electrical plug is right there." What he was looking for was a different kind of plug. And that plug is a 240-watt plug. Usually it's circular or black. It don't look like a standard regular wall outlet. He goes in some long ass tangent. I'm like, well, bro, whoa, I really don't want to hear all of that. Are you talking about a 240 watt? Yeah. Well, why didn't you say that? That would be like me trying to describe a car to you, and I go, you know that thing, it got, the round things, and it got an engine and the clutch, and you go, wait a minute, are you talking about a car? You see, that's how people talk. What the fuck are you talking about? And I get aggravated with it because it's unnecessary. Because you think I'm retarded? You're describing a car to me like that, right? The round things, the engine, it got a wheel on it when you turn the tires. You mean a car? That thing, people get inside and it flies above the clouds. You mean an airplane? But people do that shit to you. Literally, metaphorically, in reality, in every way possible in today's world, people communicate like that. What the fuck are you talking about? Because people today think they're so, again, intelligent, and everybody else is stupid. Like they have some spiritual understanding and awareness and metaphorical and alchemistically and all whatever way. They got crystals and candles and they got an insight into the universe that nobody else understands, and they got to talk to the rest of us like we're stupid. What? And I've worked for some of the best corporations in the world. Not going to name them, but we were always trained, and we trained others to use layman's terms, so that the purpose of communication is two ways, right? From me to you. But if I'm just speaking at you, I'm not really effectively communicating with you. That's why I try to have dialogue, because communication is two ways. But if I'm speaking in a language that you don't understand, you're not communicating what you're trying to say effectively. I hope y'all understand that. I hope I communicated that well. But anyway, and this is new. This isn't. There was a time recently, I would say, 15 years ago. So that would put us around 2010. People didn't do this for the most part. Now, I mean, think about a commercial. Commercials are written and scripted in a way that a person when a certain educational attainment can understand what they're seeing on their TVs and respond to it, take action to it. You've never watched a commercial and go, what language are they speaking, right? You don't do that. You understand what you're seeing. You may not like the shit, but you understand it. Now, people used to communicate that way. Newspapers, comic books, anybody, the average Smo Joe, could pick up these materials, look at them, and understand what was communicated. Today's world, people talk to you, and you just be like, the fuck are you saying? And it, like the dude in the laundry room, the fuck are you talking? You mean a 240? That's all you had to. He got a monologue of shit when he could have said two words, 240. And everybody is doing that shit. It ain't just him. Then his partner comes up and starts talking crazy. It was two of them, a young white guy and an older Mexican guy. Let me tell you a story about the older Mexican guy. I didn't really get into this, but it's relevant. So me and the white guy standing out in my door, outside my door, talking. The Mexican dude walks up and he's like looking past me, like he looking for somebody behind me. And then he's smart. He was a smart ass dude, and he spoke English fluently. He was like, "Yo, I'm looking for the man in the house." I said, "Bruh, what the fuck are you looking?" And that's I said it just like that. What the fuck are you looking at? I'm right here. Why are you looking past me into the house in an empty house? I'm standing right here. Why would you disrespect me by thinking? Because I took it as disrespect. Like something about me, he perceived that I'm not in charge of this shit, even though I'm the one standing here talking to the white man. What would make him think you see two men talking? Oh, they don't know what they doing. It got to be somebody else. I said, do you see somebody else that I'm unaware of? And he just had a smart ass personality. Where I'm from, where I grew up, that timeline, he would have got punched in his face. I'm telling you, that's disrespectful shit. Men used to didn't tolerate it. You don't disrespect other men as soon as you walk up on them. What he should have did was, because some of y'all are like, what's wrong? What he should have did as a professional, he see his partner speaking to me. Hey, sir, how you doing? That's what he should have did. And shut the fuck up. Or introduced himself. Hey, man, I'm Hector or Jose or whatever the fuck his name was. He never gave me his name. Neither one of them did. We're like, I said this about the kid in Burger King the other day. Where is the greeting? He's giving me the Gen X stare. I'm standing at the register. He's leaning sideways against the wall, but running the register. Like, are you ready? Like, I don't know what you're doing. The manager's in the back unaware of what's going on because she ain't supposed to be in the back. I ran restaurants for 15 years. I always taught my managers, you got to manage from the front of the store. You can't manage from back there in the grill. Why don't you take his dumb ass, put his punk ass in the grill, and you run the register, ma'am, if you're short-handed. That way, you know what's going on. You can see what the customers are seeing. As a customer, I ain't paying to see little tink here. I'm really paying. I'd rather see the manager. Who would you rather be serviced by? Little tink or the manager? So anyway, I had to get my composure. That's what we call it in boxing. Get your composure, go back to your training, and I proceeded to try to understand. So I said, well, let me show you inside what your partner saw, and we'll see what you think. So he does the same retarded ass shit. They looking up at the ceiling and motherfucker, the plug ain't gonna be up in the ceiling for no dryer. It's gonna be down right near where the water hooks up, but down where the dryer goes. It ain't gonna be. What the fuck are you looking up at the ceiling for? That's that smart shit. That smart Alex shit. I don't like it. And both of them were wrong. They said, "Oh, you need a gas dryer." I'll come back to that. Pause that story. But communication matters. Word, in order to communicate, words matter. And we supposed to be all speaking English, not making up our own individual versions of English. That's why we got dictionaries. But in today's world, even the fucking dictionaries, every other year, they're updating the definitions to reflect what's happening in popular culture. That's why you gotta go. I always taught my kids, go back to the old dictionaries. Don't look at these new dictionaries solely. You gotta be careful what dictionaries you're looking for. And those of us who study the etymology of words, we rely heavily on Oxford's dictionary and sometimes the Cambridge dictionary, not Webster's, not Google, not dictionary.com. Because again, they're constantly trying to keep up with modern society and pop culture, and they'll inject new terms in there. I'm sorry. Oh, Walmart. I think Walmart's coming. Wait a minute. Let me make sure they didn't. Give me a second, y'all. Make sure my groceries didn't just get delivered. Hold on. Let me get my other phone so I can see what they talking about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's right here. Mm. Give me 1 second. I got some groceries being delivered, but sometimes they send me messages that I need to respond to because I want them swapping something out that I didn't want and all that goofy stuff. I do not want that happening today. I really didn't want anything that was that critical, but I still just want to take a peek because I might need to authorize a substitution or some shit. Going to Walmart recently reminded me why I haven't been in Walmart since last year. I was like, oh, I hate this shit. Oh, shit. It's on its way. Wait a minute. Oh, everything must have went good because I didn't really remember seeing. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, I need a haircut. I know some of you like my curls and all of that. Ladies, I get it. It's messy. It's hot. Damn it. What is going on with this damn cord? Okay, that's where it goes. What is it hooked on? Hold on. I'm trying to get this charge out, but it appears to be hooked on something. Okay, that's one end of it. Where's this other end go? Okay, I got it. Well, no, I don't. Feel like it's one. It is. It's hooked into this thing. That's why I couldn't get it. Okay. So anyway, I Okay, I got a little bit of charge there. Let's plug it in here. Um, well, no, that's what I'll do. I'll plug this one in over here, and this one will go into the camera. That's what I'll do. All right. So, hold on. Okay. Delivery, cool. Let's track the packet. Let's see what it's talking about. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, they're on their way. And the estimated time of arrival. Wow, they're early too. Good. It wasn't supposed to come till like 5 or 6. They on their way. They'll be here in like 20 minutes, 10, 20 minutes. Cool. Time is it? 3:25. I like that. Oh yeah, I like when they early. Yeah. Yeah. Man, they on point today. Anyway, last time I went to Walmart, they hold on, let me chat with the driver real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep getting interrupted. Y'all hearing it beep, so it ain't just me. I was trying to put the phone down and it beeped. I have to let them know to park in my driveway. I don't know why. Um, because they'll park on a street where there are no sidewalks, by the way. And why are you parking on the street when I got an empty driveway that's closer to where you got to walk anyway? You got to get out the car, walk through the driveway, and up the ramp. Like, come on now. All right. All right. So I think that's good there. Groceries on the way early, which is wonderful. I really need to be unpacking, which I got to go through all of this shit. 'Cause I didn't pack it, all of it, and they were just throwing shit in bags and boxes, and I'm grateful for the help. But now, then they left me here to figure it out. Figure this shit out. Okay, thank you. Okay. They better not add deleted my honey. Oh, okay. No, they didn't. I gotta have honey for my tea, man. I couldn't drink tea this morning. Well, I could have. I had sugar, but I didn't. And I kind of got up late because I stayed up late last night. In all fairness, some of the, I'm the day walker, so I'm up all night. Shit. I snatched this bitch right the hell out. The wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? I was getting ready to go in the other room. Yeah, I kind of. Nah, I'll sit here. I can't wait till I can get them in here to do my thermostat because I hate having to constantly get up for things. And I could just tell Alexa to turn it up, turn it down right from here and automate it. And y'all know I'm a big automation freak and it matters to me. I like shit to work a certain way because I like to be comfortable. But, oh, that's comfortable right there. But, words, we're making up words now in today's word. And people just do it on the fly sometimes. I'm like, that's not what that means. Even in relationships, get into arguments, men and women, or women and women. I've seen two women do this to each other. I'm like, both y'all are fucking wrong. You're using one word definition. She's using another definition. They are both wrong. That's not what that word means. That's why y'all are arguing. And then, of course, they get mad at you because you're telling them that they're wrong. They don't want to address what they're wrong about. It's just the fact that you got the nerve to tell them that they did wrong. I'm sorry, but then at the same time, you fault men for not being educated, and you're more educated than them, and they hate running across a man like me because very few women have my education. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your little basket weaving degree. I got an MBA, bitch. What the fuck we talking about? And I typically don't throw it in people's face, but don't make me have to check you with your bullshit degree that you ain't never used anyway. Like, you just got debt. The fuck you got? You ain't never did shit. You ain't never worked for nobody. But don't get me started on that. I found my Windex. I got to clean that TV. I don't know where my cleaning cloth is, my microfiber cloth. I think I've seen it recently. It's orange. It's bright orange. You can't miss it. But other people have been in. My mom and my aunt were in my kitchen, so they might have moved it somewhere. I got to find a place for my cereal because where they had it was weird. I'm like, why did they put it down here? I didn't even know I had cereal. And then that's what made me order milk today because normally cereal is one of my breakfast foods. I'm like, damn, great. I got cereal. I got some Cheerios. I was wanting Cheerios, but I didn't have any milk. Because I think I had cereal. Had I known I had some cereal, I would have got milk right away. I could have got milk at 7-Eleven the other night. Anyway, that's why I need to get my lazy ass up. I'm not lazy. I've been in pain. I just don't talk about it. Anyway, going backwards to the beginning of this conversation, Joy rescued me. And that freed me up so much. She doesn't know how much she did. And I love her, really. I say that about a lot of women. She's definitely one of the few women that I really love, And I don't use that word lightly. There are women that I like. Some I like a lot, but Joy's one I love, And it's not even a sexual thing, Not to toot my own horn, but I mean, me and Joy used to sleep together every night. So this, I've known her a long time. I'm gonna leave it at that. Sex ain't the problem. Ain't never been a problem for us. I love her beyond the sex. The sex got to be there now. Don't get it twisted now. It got to be there. If we were in a relationship, but beyond the sex, I still love her. And I think because of the sex, that was never an issue. So we got to focus on other things because we just had an understanding sexually. So it wasn't a big thing. See, when y'all constantly make a man wait and chase him and all of that, he's focused on it. Get that shit off the table and then you can focus on other things. And I think that happened to me and Joy at a young age. And we used to go to the mall together. We used to shop together. We used to like the same stores and same clothes. And I remember one year, I can't remember the store. It was in Livingston Mall. And we both fell in love with this yellow silk jacket. That shit was fly as hell. It was yellow, and Amanaz would have loved it because she loved yellow. It was yellow like her luggage, but it was silk, the whole jacket. Joy had one, and I had one. And, that's back in the time when couples used to dress similar, kind of thing, or identical. So that, and we had black leather jackets. I think we got them. What's that? Wilson's or whatever that leather store that was always in the mall. Um, we bought, man, that was it was like an Italian leather jacket. That shit was fly as hell too. We always had matching jackets for some reason. Um, that's usually as far as she and I would go. We was always together. People knew we were a couple. We worked together. We went everywhere together. Holidays, either I was with her and her family. She was with me and my family, or we was doing something else. You know. Um, so I believe you have to like being or like genuinely like a person and like being around a person. And once you get the sex off the table, those other things can come to the surface. That's why I tell y'all, coochie is part of the cake. You want to make a cake, you got to put the coochie in. It's the main ingredient. That's what binds everything together. I say that all the time, which is contrary to what them baby boomers like Steve Harvey think like a man bullshit. Uh-huh. Simp ass nigga, but mm, I don't know how Facebook lets me get away with saying that word as much as I do. I've gotten better, y'all. Y'all have to admit though. I used to say it a lot. But anyway, just checking something. I'm sorry. Just checking something real quick. I'm about to clear this shit out. Jesus, this is a lot. Yeah, I know I made the payment. Oh, this is old shit. Okay. They talking about a payment I made 2 days ago. I forgot I ain't been using this phone. Like why? Um, I really should have swapped phones, but I've had a lot of women come to my rescue. Even my neighbor, when I went down Saturday with my mom and them and Sundiata and them to get my stuff, part of my stuff and clean the apartment, my neighbor brought a load of stuff up here for me because she got a big suburban. I gave her some money, of course. I threw her $70 for her and her kids. And it's only 32 minutes away, but she don't work, so I try to help people when I can. And I like paying people more than they're worth sometimes. I know I don't like to tip, but when you're doing the job, I don't mind paying. I'm not tipping nobody in advance and you turn around and do a fucked up job, which they usually do. Um, you really ain't doing that hard. You're picking up a bag, taking it somewhere and setting it down. You get a tip for what? What's the great service in between A and B that you provided? Now there was one Uber girl on Sugar Creek. I was in Sugar Creek on Bojangles a few years ago, and I was just eating in there, and I was waiting on my food. She was waiting on the customer's food, but she was truly advocating for the customer. And I seen her when she walked in. It wasn't like she was there before me. I was there first, but I seen her advocated the whole time we were standing there for her customer and double checking. You sure y'all got everything in here? Do I need to look? That kind of thing. I was like, man, I wish I had a Uber Eats person like you. Like, I was truly amazed at how good I definitely would have tipped her. She was communicating with the customer. Hey, they're a little backed up right now. They finishing the chicken. I'm just letting you know I'm here. I was like, damn. She's like, well, I'm standing here anyway. It don't take but a minute to make a phone call. I was like, that's true. Single black mother. She had her son with her. It was summertime. She was, and then she told me, yeah, I'm just trying to teach him how mom earns money since he's just starting high school, that he's a rising freshman, and I want him to understand the value of money. I was like, girl, I love you. And she had the prettiest back. She was little, I like them little chunky ones. She was a little chunky and short, and she had the prettiest back. The I know y'all don't understand women that men look at a lot of things beyond your titties and your ass. Okay, I don't know what her ass looked like. I know what her back looked like. Her back was sexy as fuck. And the only other woman I could say that had a sexier back would be Misha, that I know. Misha got the sexiest back and feet, and I'm not a foot man. I seen Misha feet like, damn. I ain't gonna tell you what happened next, but Misha got some pretty ass little tiny feet and hands and the prettiest little back. And she liked to dance. I love to see women in motion. Ooh, well, you better get out of here. Get your ass out of here. I'm trying to warn you. Ooh. See where the sun is at. I'm gonna sit right here for a second. Sit right here, y'all. Right for a second. I think all our people are pull up soon, and I'd rather be here already. But yeah, I told y'all I love women. Like y'all don't understand. I study how y'all walk. It's like a fingerprint. So even with my bad eyesight, I could see women from a distance and recognize them based on how they walk. Because everybody has, it's like a fingerprint. Everybody has a unique walk. Like my uncle Tommy. My uncle Tommy, Denzel Washington is known for his signature walk. Well, before before Denzel, there was my Uncle Tommy. My Uncle Tommy always had a signature walk that was probably cooler than Denzel's walk. There you go. For those of you family members think I never say nothing good about Tommy. Tommy was my mom's brother, older brother. But I'm gonna bring y'all out here tonight when it goes dark. When it starts getting dark, when the lights turn on, so y'all could see what I'm trying to do here. I got to get some more lights. I'm still thinking. I'll probably. Hmm, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I need some more lights. It's the way I gotta mount the lights. I gotta use double-sided tape, and that tape I got right now, the double-sided tape I got right now that I used for this doorbell wasn't strong enough. I had to put some crazy glue on it, and I don't want to do that for these railings because I'm gonna. That's gonna be more for me to have to clean up later when I resurface it. But I need some stronger double-sided tape. I need to get the 3M. The 3M that I had down in Gastonia, that shit lasts 2 years. And I never put no crazy glue on it. And it came right off with no problem. I mean, I used the screwdriver, but once I got it going, like I'm sitting on something. My ass is so damn small now. I ain't never had no ass. And it was like, when I started losing weight, that's where it started. Like, I'm like, no, I don't need the little bit of ass I got to go away. The hell just happened? Nobody's checking in, huh? And we ain't in subscribers only mode, y'all. What's up? Talk to your boy. It's your boy. Talk to me. I dropped a link if somebody requested anytime. I've never said no, I don't think. I don't think I've ever said no. I'm not going to drop the link. I'm always open for it. But I gotta get my sunglasses fixed because, ooh, that's one thing I'm gonna have to go to Walmart for. That's the closest place I can go to get it fixed. I guess I'll do that. Mm, maybe next week. We'll see. See what happens. See what happens. I need to. Wait a minute. Was it? Harmonize is checking in, and she says with her signature. Hey y'all. Harmonize came to see me the other day. She was in here chilling. She almost fell asleep over this bitch. I think that's my Walmart people right there. I think that's them. Yep. Of course, they didn't follow the instructions I just sent them. Pull into the driveway. Okay, wait a minute. Let me shut up. I think they're doing it. Yes, they are. Thank God. No, they didn't. They backed up. Okay. You, you know you could pull into the driveway, right? Unbelievable. That irks me. Like when I was in Gastonia, people would not put. It's an empty. It'd be three empty parking spaces right in front of my door, and they wouldn't use them. They would just stop in the middle of the parking lot. It's like people's thinking is fucked up today. That's why they use words the way they use them. You know, how you doing? I'm disabled, so I can't walk. I would help. Thank you. Let me get my finger. Let me hold your hand. All right, I got it. I'm strong now. I just can't walk good. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Oh, it was something else. Okay. Yeah, just leave it there. I can't carry all of that. Okay. Got the picture.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. You have a good day. Thank you. I appreciate you. I see. I got. I don't see it yet, but I got some purely. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Give me 1 second, y'all, and we gonna go in the kitchen. Goes out. Okay, we turn the side. Uh, fuck. Okay, let me just get these sodas. I hate when they turn. Y'all know a case of sodas, right? Hold on. Get chopped out the sun. A case of sodas. They got the handles on top. I hate when people turn the case sideways So you can't just grab it by the hand. It makes it so hard. Right back. Come get y'all. Hold on. Oh, wow, that damn heat. I feel it now. Close this damn door. Woo! It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? I got some out for me. Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, boys and girls. So, obviously, my groceries just came, so I'm going to unpack those while I'm speaking to y'all. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Now, I guess I never paid attention, but it's sun. Most of the sun is on the front of the house, and it's in the back of the house too. I'm like, damn. So it must be as the sun moves east to west, it may be kind of in the middle. So it's hitting the side of my house, like from an angle. And that's why the sun is not solely on the front, solely on the back. It's hitting the whole house right now. What time is it? About 4 o'clock? Yep, 3:50. So that's what's going on right now. If I had a sundial, I could see that's what's happening. Um, yeah, that's where it's at. So something to get used to. So this is the part of the day I'm not going to be out in the front or the back. Not this time of year anyway. Shit, fuck that. We got a whole maybe 2 months left. 2.5 months of this shit, this heat. No, thank you. I picked out some curtains last night. I got to measure. Matter of fact, I can do that right now. Um, that ain't gonna hurt too bad. Gonna measure these damn curtains. Because the curtains, I think, were 40 by 80 or 40 by 90. Let's get, I'm out of practice. Let's see what we have. Okay. So I'm at what? 78 inches is my width, and it's 240. So 40 and 40 is 80. So that's fine. Let's see what my length is. What my length is. Okay. So where we at with? Where we at? And yeah. I'm so out of damn, I haven't done it. I just do this shit all the time. Try this again. Fuck. I see my goofy ass. Come on now. That's tape measure last week. Come on. It may be me too. I might be the problem, people. Come on. I can guess from here. Okay, I got it. I got it. Where am I at? So I'm gonna need 40 by 90. That's the size first. I'm gonna need the 40 by 90. I got it. Yeah. I'm getting the 40 by 90s. I need to get them soon. I was gonna say I'm gonna wait the next month, but I'm sick of this opening being wide open, especially at night. And I ain't got no dog. If I had a dog, I wouldn't give a shit. But yeah. Ooh, my feet. I'm sorry, y'all. Just give me a minute. And then we're gonna go in the kitchen and start figuring out where these groceries go. Trying to think, do I got anything frozen in there? Yeah, I do. So I'll get up in a minute. Words matter. And in order for us to fix the relationship aspect of it, because that's why I believe, I was listening to Officer Tatum speak on Stephen A. Smith's show today with some dude named Gary from Louisiana. And oftentimes I believe, I see we're not speaking the same language. And voices are elevated. People are speaking from their anecdotal perspectives. They're convoluting things. They're mixing things up. And everybody, again, they think they're intelligent. They think they're having a debate, but what they're just doing is having a reckless argument. And because most people didn't learn how to debate properly. And most of these people don't prepare for their debate. That's why the dude kept relying heavily on his local politics in Louisiana. And we don't give a fuck about Louisiana. Like, sorry to tell you, bro. I know I find this funny. People get so, and shout out to Anton Daniels, but he does this too with Detroit. They love where they're from so much, right? I left home. I love my hometown, but I ain't never moving back there, even though I got family there. If you look at your own personal history, why are you where you are? Because of some decision that your mom and your dad made, and possibly even before that, your grandmom and granddad might have made the decision to locate in that city. That's usually why a lot of us ain't historically from the cities our families are from. Your mom and dad might be from there, but where your grandmama and them from? Where great grandmama from? South Carolina, somewhere in the South. And that great migration is when they went into those cities for work. That's why they went there, not because the city was so great. Now they made it better, those silent generation people, and then the baby boomers fucked it up. We have to be honest about that and honest about who our parents were at that time, not who they are now or when you were in high school, you started to be a young person, a young adult. Who were they during your formative years? My mom was 17, 18 years old. So was my father. They didn't know shit. They were Sundiata's age. Think about that. They were Sundiata's age. And Sundiata's generation, Gen Z, he's a young Gen Z. He has access to far more information, and I would say even access to experience if he taps into it, than my mother and my father had when they were 17, 18 years old. And then that's why they were making dumb decisions of becoming baby mamas, single teenage parents. at 18, 17, sometimes younger. That's what was going on back in the 70s. But those are the same people who are the great grandmamas today, and they kind of ignore their own history like they didn't do some stupid shit and didn't know things, and they pretend today like they know shit they didn't know. Well, they've been acting like that the whole time, actually. They haven't evolved. Um, I was gonna say something, but that's personal, so I'll keep it ain't y'all know I don't have problems talking about my personal shit, but it don't just involve me, so I'm gonna leave that out. I don't wanna add gasoline to a fire that's already blazing. But we have to be honest with ourselves about who our parents were at the time when they became our parents. Think about that shit. You think your mom and them don't really know all that much today? Because some of us, we look at our parents like, damn, daddy, you don't know shit. Or, you might not verbalize it, but you think that shit. Oh, mama, you don't know shit. What was mama doing back in the day? Fucking. That's why that modern woman shit is bullshit. But that was normal to become parents at an early age. You can go back to our grandparents. How you think they had, and great grandparents, how you think they had 13, 15 kids if they wasn't fucking? But now the word fucking is a problem, right? That's so taboo. You'll get a constant strike for saying what everybody been doing for 7 generations heavily, right? I got 4 kids. I mean, you listen to my ex-wife. It was the marriage was over before it started. Then where them fucking 4 kids come from? Like, let's talk real talk. Like, but I just use me as an example in that scenario. But people say stuff out of anger because they're trying to create a narrative, and usually that narrative is to make themselves look like the victim and the hero. They want to be the antagonist and simultaneously the protagonist in the story. Nah, it doesn't work that way. It can't be both. Was Thanos the protagonist or antagonist from your perspective? From my perspective, he was the protagonist. Because what was he fighting for, right? Think about Thanos in the Infinity War. What was Thanos trying to do? Make the universe a better place. That was his end goal. What were the Avengers doing? What were they protecting? The status quo. They weren't trying to make things better. They wanted to keep it like it was. So, who was the protagonist and who was the antagonist? Think about it. See, I read the comic books, so I know the answer. I know the answer to the story. Wait a minute, we got comments. We got mail. See what we got. Oh, Amanad says facts. Big facts. Yeah, she's chiming in. She late, but she's chiming in. I called your monkey ass yesterday. You ain't answer. I need you to come over here and help me unpack some shit. I don't know which. It's crazy. I don't know if I called you after me and Joy got back. Joy came through. She did her thing. I mean, she went through the apartment and made sure I got everything out, loaded it for me, helped her. She did most of it, and then when we got here, she said, "Yo, just sit down there and smoke a cigarette. I got you." She was like, "Yo, you want to go somewhere? You want to go to eat? You want to go groceries?" I ain't want to keep asking her for shit, even though I told her I could order the groceries, so I wasn't worried about that. She brought my little bar stools, which I'm about to use one right now. Oh shit, I dropped it right there. I thought I just saw that damn towel I was looking for. Shit. I'm looking for this. My mind jumped. My mind is telling me no. Well, your mind. But your body telling me yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't see nothing wrong. But a little bump and grind. I was thinking earlier, about 20 minutes ago, about cleaning my TV. So I better do it right now before I do something else. I got so much shit to do that I'm all over the place. I found my Windex, which I had no clue what that was. Luckily, I bumped into it earlier because my TV is horrible. So we're going to fix that right now. Because if I don't do it right now, it won't get done. Oh, yeah. Y'all can't see it because I'm on an angle, but I can see where the film was. I think I got it. I think I got it. Let's see, because I can see it when I'm on this angle. Nah, I missed the spot. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can see the spot I missed. Hold on. I see the spot I missed. Oh, shit. I must have hit that remote. Let me just go back over this one more time. I know I could have just used the paper towel, but I'm a geek, so I use the microfiber cloth. But I'm using some cheap ass Dollar Tree glass cleaner. To me, glass cleaner is glass cleaner for the most part. Only time it really matters to me is when it's like a tint or a film on a window. The cloth matters more than the actual clean. You really can clean with water and newspaper, like we used to back in the day. God, let's see. Damn, I keep missing that spot. It's right here. Damn. And I don't see it until I'm sitting my ass down. God, let's see. That's good enough. That'll have to be. That'll have to be good enough. Because I'm tired of standing. And I need to charge up a little bit while I'm over here. And I'm thirsty. So let's see what we got. There we go. Plugged in. Move over here a little bit so I can get close to my drink. Oh shit, now that I'm sitting over here, it's still that same area. I don't know what it is they got on that TV. Um, hmm. I'll clean it again later. I think it's the light changes. I'll be able to see it better anyway. That shit irking me though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Where was I? And then I gotta go in there and get them groceries. I'm gonna sit down for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna finish smoking that cigarette I didn't finish because the groceries came. Then we gonna go in the kitchen. That's the plan. Um, I don't think I got no more deliveries to the. They were supposed to be bringing the washing machine and dryer today. Hold on, let me make this call. Actually, I can't make it from here. Shit, never mind. I need to send a text message too. Uh, Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch phones real quick, y'all. Let me get it going over here because I need to use my main phone. I need to make a couple of phone calls real quick. Okay. Give me a second. Let me make this swap. I should have been more cognitive of what I was doing to begin with. Mm-mm. So that's my bad. Okay. Okay. So I'm about to enter into the chat. So just give me about 2 seconds. Let's close that up. Here we go. Hold on. I don't know why. There we go. Close that out. Okay. So I should just only be over here now. If somebody could let me know they hear me good, I would appreciate it. Oh, show on stage. No, okay, whatever. I didn't mean to do that. So I hope I can be heard well. Whoever's watching, let me know if y'all can hear me, please. Oh God, is the camera dirty on this one? Look like a different. It is different, but oh, clean that off. Okay, I don't know. It just looked funny to me. I guess because it's a different camera. So give me a second here. Let me handle my business real quick. Who texted me? Somebody texted me. Oh, that was Walmart texting me. Okay. Tracy. Who the fuck is Tracy? Oh, I know who Tracy is. What is this? What she just sent me? Taste of technology. Some goofy ass shit. What? Why did she send this flyer out? I don't know why she sent that flyer out. Huh. Okay, she's sending some goofy shit. I have to look at this later. I can't deal with that right now. That's too much. That's perfect example of what I mean. People say they in their mind it makes sense, right? But people just randomly text you, and I hate when people send me like little like memes or flyer thing kind of things randomly, like, okay, what? What does this mean? Like they don't prep you, ain't no text accompanying it from them, like, hey, I want you to look at this because none of that is happening. What are we talking about? And it be people who don't normally text you that does that, you know. That's how random it be. Um, I wonder is Chuck in the office? That's who I need to talk to. Why is it not allowed? Okay, there you go. Wait a minute. Is it? No. Yes. No. Okay, try this again. Of course it fuck. Let me go over here. Hey, hey, I thought I was about to get your voice. I thought it was your voicemail about to pick up. You all right? You all right? Oh, that's what I was hearing. Okay, good, good. I haven't heard a thing. That's why I was about to call you. Like, how did you want me to proceed? They told me, well, they told us yesterday on the phone that they were going to bring it today. She didn't know when. Sure. Well, no, what she told me is they got other deliveries and they would call me when they were on the way. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. I was concerned because it's late in the day now. I'm here regardless, but yes, this is Van Johnson. My phone number is 704-258-9842. I was expecting the delivery today, so I'm calling to see if they're still coming. Give me a call back, please. Thank you. All right. Had to give up my government right there, y'all. I'm sorry. I normally don't do that on here, but try to handle some business. These the washing machine drive people, so I'm gonna go into that story next, so it makes sense what I'm dealing with. I'm waiting for him. He said he's gonna call me right back. So, um, because I've done customer service for the majority of my life, some form or another, amongst other things, and I taught it. I trained people on it. When I get this horrible customer service, it's very aggravating to me. And then they want to treat you like you're the problem when they're providing horrible customer service and not doing the things that they said they were going to do. Yes, sir. All right. Now they didn't have it on the schedule, even though she told me specifically after charging me extra money for the delivery, I didn't choose today. She chose today. Yeah, they got a couple other trucks, but they'll be coming. I mean, a couple other things to load on the truck, and they'll be coming your way. I just don't know when, she said. I said, okay, I should be here because I was originally supposed to leave this morning and go handle some business. That got postponed to Thursday. See? And I postponed it to Thursday so I could be here today. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, simple customer service. You're delivering appliances. That's your fucking job. Like you're in the office, all you do is make phone calls. And man, I know how it is to manage an office. I know it's not much, what this lady has to do. Ladies has to do. It's a few of them. Like y'all can't huddle up and get this shit together. Like you told, like instead of, we were always taught, and I always taught it likewise in kind, under promise, over deliver. That's a mantra in customer service. Under promise, over deliver. So if yesterday she wasn't 100% sure she could have her guys bring it here today, she shouldn't have said it. I didn't request today. So there was no pressure from me to her to make her get it, say what she said. She volunteered that. I said, oh, okay. Because I had something to do today. I could have went ahead and did what I had to fucking do if I knew they wasn't going to be here. And I only have 2 days a week, which is Tuesdays and Thursday, to do this kind of shit. The business I was going to handle today, I got to handle Monday morning. And I don't know how long that's going to take. That's why I freed myself up for Thursday, because I got to go down to the courthouse. I may be down there all day. If you ever been to the courthouse, you know what I'm talking about. You don't know. I'm hoping it's a simple thing where I'm just dropping some papers off. That's what I hope. But it may end up being more than that. I don't know. So, but now I'm fucking around with these people fixing their mistake, by the way, and then they charged me money like it was my fault. Like they doing me, doing me a favor and shit kind of thing. So here's the story. Let me rewind. Give me a second. They told me last week that we're going to deliver my washing machine and dryer. Hello? Hello? What happened? Here's the problem. She promised me they were coming today. I was going to go to the court down to get my paperwork stuff done today. Me and Alonda. So I pushed that back
to Thursday because she told me they were coming today, but she just didn't know what time. So I freed myself up based on what she said. So they've been calling me. That's what's been what I said to you yesterday. That's what's been happening on their end. I have dialysis Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days. I can't say that because when you go down to the courthouse, I don't know how long that's going to take. And I don't know specifically when Alonda's going to be able to come. So I'm working on her time schedule. So, and Thursday just happened to work out better for her, because she had some things that popped up on her today. So it was like, oh, okay, everything's coming together. And that's why I've been sitting here waiting. I've just been sitting here all day. I could have I'm sorry. No, I didn't know I mean, you told me that you were going to call, but I didn't know they were coming. Or are they, when are they supposed to come? Yes, yes. And I'm glad you said that because that's my frustration. And I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting here by the phone. I'm waiting just in case these things, I need to be available. And for the electrician, I think I need to be here unless he's gonna do it. I don't care. He come when I'm not here. But I got boxes stuff all over the place. I don't know if he's gonna be comfortable moving some of them out of the way to get to where he needs to get. Yeah, I figured that. I've been getting back here around 4 o'clock. But see, that's a too tight of a window for them. I go to dialysis at 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, I'm in dialysis all day. That's an all day thing. Yeah. Now we in the next week again. See what I'm saying? I was sitting here last week for this reason last week. And I talked to the people at JH Appliances 4 times before they actually got here that day. So I'm like, why aren't y'all asking me the questions y'all need to ask me? What now? Then they get in my face and start asking me questions and that have nothing to do with anything. Well, this will be the third time, or this will be the third time that they said I gave them the window that they asked for. When I talked to her yesterday, right after she took my money, she created the time frame. I didn't say, oh, it has to be Tuesday. She said voluntarily they'll be there tomorrow. They got other deliveries, but can't tell you what time, but they'll be here. I said, oh, okay. Long as it's late afternoon. She said, yeah, it's probably gonna be. I said, because I had something to do in the morning. That was the conversation. And that's what started her for telling me to hush because I asked her why she wanted to call you. No, it's the same scenario, Chuck. I'm asking her, but it's the same behavior with that whole company. They're all doing this. They're not communicating The guys that were here didn't communicate well. They didn't know what they were talking about and asking crazy questions like, what's the owner's name? How does knowing his name change what we got to do? And, and, and that's what I asked them, but they said I was over the top, right? Then I asked politely when I called the lady after us standing around for 30 minutes, like shooting the shit, waiting for her to call them back. I said to her, she goes, well, I got to call Chuck. That was the first thing she said. I said, well, I don't understand. Like, what is Chuck going to tell you you're going to in turn tell your guides? I'm not understanding that process there. And then she starts, and then she immediately started like, I don't want to say it because then I'm gonna be called over the top, even though it's a true statement. But anyway, she immediately started getting raising her voice and snapping at me and then, are you gonna hush? Whoa, wait a minute, ma'am. I'm asking you questions that you're not answering. And it's a simple question. What do you want me to tell your guys to do? Because that's what they're asking me, and I don't know what to tell them. I don't know the company policy. Do they leave it? Do they take it? Do they come back and get it after they leave? What? I don't know the answer. I didn't tell them to do anything. They decided to take the stuff themselves. I didn't tell them not to take it, not to leave it. They decide. But it's being made to seem as if I made the decision and I was over the top, and then they made me pay money for it to bring it back, and now they're not doing what they said they do once again. And I mean, I just keep running into this, and I'm like, I'm doing what y'all asking me to do. I'm just sitting here waiting for y'all. I've been available. I've been here since last week, just sitting here. Yeah, we've gone this far. They just need to bring it. I don't want to start over with somebody else at this point, but maybe those are my best days. But I've been packing everything up on Tuesdays and Thursdays that I got to do because of these other things. But here's the solution. I don't know if they're going to do it, but they need to pay them guys overtime and let them guys come tonight. I'll be here. It ain't going to be dark till 9 o'clock. So I don't know all this 9 to 5 stuff. If the guys are still out, I don't know what it is. They need to go above and be. That's what you under promise and over deliver. That's customer service. That's the solution. And it ain't a conversation for me. It's for them. They got to fix it. Especially since I agreed to their hostage negotiation of the damn equipment. I agreed to it. They held me hostage since I gave them the money. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I just, I gotta go to that court. You know why? I gotta go to that courthouse Thursday. I can't guarantee when I'm gonna be back here. Now, do they need me to be here just to drop the machines off? Then I can leave the damn door open. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I got a camera on this. I got a camera, so I ain't worried about nobody coming in here. So if that works for them, they can bring it tomorrow. I'll see when they come in. I'll see it right on my doorbell camera and the cameras I got inside. So I'm not worried about them stealing nothing or none of that kind of stuff. If they don't need me here, tell them to bring it tomorrow. That's the solution. We got it, son. We done did it. We done did it. Okay, I'll let you handle it. I'll let you quarterback. Yeah, I got it. I'll let you quarterback. Yes, sir. I do the same thing on the phone. I've been trying to figure the damn thing out. Uh-oh. The wobbly gonna good. Party. You ain't see it. It ain't happy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's correct. Yes, ma'am. Or yeah, or whenever. Yeah, that I'm. Well, we still have to have the electrician come out. So I was just trying to be accommodating to what we agreed on yesterday. But whatever day, I don't. As long as I don't have to be here, because I have to go. Yeah, yeah. Well, there was no need to hear back on this. The agreement was that it was going to be on the truck, and they would call me. That was the last thing we said. Uh-oh, the baby all right? Oh, uh-oh. Already? Already? No, I got 4 kids and a grandchild. That works perfectly for me. As long as I don't have to be here, I'll leave the door open. Matter of fact, I'll leave both doors open, front and back. I have cameras, so I'm not worried about nothing. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll look to see you guys Thursday. Okay. Thank you. Okay. It happens. Okay. All right. Chuck, you want to call me back to clear your line? Hello? Yeah, I think he needs to call me back. Did he hang up on me? Yep. Yeah. 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 Long as it happens that way. But, I just don't like that excuses. Just fix the problem and let's move on. She went into, oh, I was waiting to hear back. No, that ain't what we agreed on. That's a lie. And I don't like people lying to me. I didn't say nothing on the phone, but I'm cognitive of what happened. You said it was going to be on the truck and you would call me. That's where we should be at, though. They want to pass the buck to everybody else. Yeah. I did this for a living. This is what I did. You told me the 1,000 transitions you've done. I've trained hundreds and thousands of people over a 30-year period on customer service. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Just stick to your word. Tell me, huh? I'm sorry. Hell yeah. Just can't see, but I can I'm still savvy, yeah. What you need? Oh, you was telling me about your guy. Yeah, I want him to come out here. What are you asking me? I know a lot about fire sticks. Yeah, yeah. What you need? I mean, you tell me what you trying to get done, and I can tell you if I can do it honestly. Programming way. We talk about coding and stuff like that. I mean, but you got some people that is stuck on it though. It gets on my nerves. I got 2 cousins that love that damn. I always hated coding. I never liked coding. I used to use I was well way back in the day it was HBO and then it changed into movie HD and then it changed into cinema HD and now cinema HD is blocked by Amazon. So you can't use that no more. And I really don't care for these new ones. Go ahead. That was that what was the Empire or something? Yeah, I want that. You gotta have your guy come with me. I don't know that. I don't know that one yet. But once I see it, I'll have it. Yeah, my wife probably doing. 2 weeks ago. All I had to do was bring the equipment with me. Yeah, I got Wi-Fi. Whatever, man. When you told me about that in the car that day, my mouth was water. Okay. Yeah, I want that. Yeah. I want that. But no, yeah, you told me your guy might give it to me free for a month. I don't know if he does it. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I want it. Whatever. That's whatever. Now, does he need me to have a fire stick, or can he do it with the fire TV? But I already have fire TV built into the TV. Yeah, so that's what I was wondering. But I could I can download apps onto the TV. Yeah, I've always done that. It's just they put restrictions in a lot of places, even with my content creation with YouTube, they put restrictions on things that we used to be able to do, we can no longer do. So, but whatever, it gets technical that thing. But yeah, I'm a tech guy. To answer your question, I'm definitely a techie guy. That's what made me such a good store manager when I worked for Radio Shack. Because I understood all of that way back in the day, kind of shit. People come in and want to start talking fuses and resistors. Yeah, I'm speaking the language. I get it. I love it. But no, I love that, man. But programming, it just depends on specifically what the end goal is. Some of it I can do, some of it I can't. I used to work with this Puerto Rican dude that was real good at that. Damn, me and him worked with CPI security, and he worked kind of on the IT side, and I was in the marketing side, but our desks were like adjacent to each other. That's how me and him got recruited. And I found out what he could do. Um, and I would always refer to this little side hustle when he was selling fire sticks back in the day, and I would refer people to him. I just didn't have the time to do that. I could have did it too, but that was his hustle. It was no reason for me and him to, we homeboys to be trying to do the same hustle. I had my other side businesses that were overwhelming me anyway, so I would just refer people to him for that kind of stuff. I wish I might even still have his phone number. I don't know if it's the same. He used to live up here right by North Lake Mall. I got to remember his name. I stopped working 2018. Well, it's my eyesight. It's my eyesight. That's what I haven't touched the computer in so long. Where I was the computer guy. I've always been a computer guy and graphic design. Hell, I started when they didn't call us graphic design, they called us desktop publishers. Back in the day. It wasn't Photoshop, it was PageMaker in the beginning, but I'm an old dog now, I guess. I'm an old. I learned that recently. So I can, some things I can still do. I just need to know what the end goal is. It's kind of funny you asked that question, almost identical. I was working for POPLIN Ford in Columbia, South Carolina, and the owner's son just randomly came to me, and this is the night, and he started asking me these random HTML website programming questions. What's metadata, and what's SEO, and I'm answering all. And I said, "Wait, stop! Why are you asking me this?" He says, "I just want to know if you were the right guy." The right guy for what? well, I want to start an internet department and my father's, I want to be able to present it to my father and them the right way. Okay. So I ended up becoming later on the internet salesman. And I was selling 30 cars a month sitting at a desk. And that, even in today's world, that would be big. Um, but I'm just doing it. I said, well, okay, well, you want me to do that? Here's what we got to do. Here's the way I would do it. And he went with me. I said, just give me control. Let me do my own financing and let me give me certain. Yeah. Oh, I'll show it to something. Yeah, I'm like, if you just give me the control I need to make it work, I can't do this like you do normal salespeople because the internet culture, that's a different kind of customer. And then he said, what do you mean? I said, well, KYC. He says, I don't get it. I said, know your customer. You got the customer. You can't assume that these internet customers are going to be the same as traditional customers coming in on this lot. They are not. I had a lady that came from Florida, all the way from Florida, to buy an escort from us. We were getting rid of it. $10,000 off the sticker without question. Just right away. Boom. That's the price. We're trying to get rid of them. They were coming out of focus. And she came. Some kind of way she heard about it. And then she contacted me and said, "This real? Yes, ma'am. What color? I had every color. I had 1,000 of them on my lot. What color you want?" She said, okay, what's the price? 10,000 off sticker. She said, excuse me? She said, if you're serious, I'll be there next week. I said, well, you need me to pick you up from the airport? She said, you will? I said, yes, ma'am. Tell me when you come and I'll pick you up. And I did. Black lady. She was a school teacher in Florida. And then I stole so many of them escorts. They were what we call a loss leader, like in Walmart, they sell things at a loss to get you in the door. They just wanted them shits off the lot. So let's not try to make money on everyone. We're not going to make money in the end anyway. Let's just move the inventory. That's what we did. And then they saw that it was working. Like, oh, wait a minute, we got an extra 30 cars coming, extra 50 cars we rolling out the door every month. There's something to this. See, the internet was new. Most people didn't have, very few people had email unless you were a teacher or you worked in some kind of corporation. But the everyday Joe Schmo didn't have email back then. And so, when you had email back then, you were just anxious to give your email to somebody else who had email. You wanted, to be able to, you wanted to be able to use it and communicate. I hate when put these knots. I would have converted. Put knot in the bag. I can't open it up. Cut it, right? But that's what's interesting times. I mean, I've lived a lot of lifetimes. I've done a lot of companies. It's all the same. To me, customer service and sales is the same thing. It doesn't matter what's the stuff. It's the same exact process. Call me. I'll talk to you later. Call me back when you need to. Yeah. All right, thanks. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot I was live. I got to talking to Chuck and started fucking around with these groceries, as y'all can see. But I appreciate y'all staying tuned with me. And somebody has. I am V Ben Israel, the People's Champ. Welcome to the People's Podcast. I am your host, and you can call me V. So I'm in the process of putting up some groceries. I tell you, I had no food in my house, so this is my first little bit of food, and I had nothing to drink. If I didn't order out, I've been pretty much drinking water, and I can't do that. I got to have other stuff because it has less water in it, and I need something with some taste sometimes. So I got me some root beer. I got me some Greater Value Sprite, some orange and Great Value, of course. I got some orange and some grape. I didn't remember ordering that grape. That must have been by accident. When the hell did I do that? Anyway, I must have put that on my list way back when. I usually make my grocery list, and sometimes I'm walking around doing stuff, and I talk to Alexa, and I'll do it on. I'll talk to Gemini or whatever, and they'll add it for me, and I forget I did it. So I think that's where that grape and that orange came from, because I normally don't order 2 liters. Normally I do cans, but they didn't have. I think if I remember correctly, they didn't have any cans in grape or orange at the time. So that's what is going on. Just trying to get situated and organized and figure out where things going, so I get all this clutter and trash off of my counters and everywhere on my table over here. I don't like being unorganized. I'm gonna honestly tell you, I don't like trash. So I'll take that shit out without hesitation. I already took a big bag. I can't find my trash bags yet. They're dug in somewhere. You'd think that would have been the first thing they put up, because I don't know. That's me anyway, but I'm trying to figure it out. Damn it, I got to ask Chuck when the guys come in to put the water, connect the water to my refrigerator. Right now, the first thing I'm focused on is the electricity. Now, they go to people again with this washer and dryer. So let me catch y'all up to speed on that story. But before I do, let me freshen my drink so I could stay crisp. I'm just looking down, trying to figure out what the hell do I want to drink now. That I got a choice, other than I got tea, but I always drink tea. I want some soda right now. I don't know. I think I want orange. I don't know. I do not know. The echo is starting to go away as things get sorted out in here. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I definitely can. So let's see. Let's do it this way. Oh, shit. I forgot to put the bag there. Damn it. I don't know. Move it out. I'm gonna bust my ass. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it almost happened. It damn sure almost happened. I can't even lie and say it didn't. Joyce taught me this trick about putting bread in the freezer and then taking it out when you need it. I never knew that. I never knew that. See? You learn something from women all the time. That's why I'm always talking to women. I tell them all the time, I'm glad I'm talking to you. Because they give me ideas. Joy gave me one today, and I said, shit, I'm glad I'm talking. I've been forgetting. Give me a second, I'm going to finish the story. I don't want to have to keep doing this. That's why I want them to fix my ice maker. Don't want to have to keep doing it. I'm doing it. I'm trying to use the almond trick. Speaking of, women teaching things. Alright. Did that one time, you had problems with the refrigerator. Fill that thing up with some outside ice. So, until they get finished. I need somewhere to put the ice anyway, so that works out perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but it works out. Let's say that. Let's say that. All right. So, in a second. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Will you be mine? Will you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, boys and girls. We're back at the People's Podcast, and I am your host. I'm getting hot too, because I'm moving around. Let me turn this air on. Turn it down, rather. All right, air's down. Turn the fan on. Turn the lights, boom, lights off. Here we go. Now we cooking with peanut oil. Okay. Here's the lowdown. Here's what happened. If you want to know the whole story with the guys, with the delivery guys for the washing machine and dryer, go back and watch the previous episode. I'm not going to relive that whole recap that. There was a problem. So, actually, I guess I got it something. Anyway, they how can I start this? There was a problem with the first delivery. And they kept pointing the finger away from themselves. And as I always teach the young men on here, when you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you, right? And this is always true. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. These benches are comfortable. These little stools are comfortable, though. They're very cushiony. So, she, actually, why am I sitting here? Let's go in here by the fan. So she says to this, so she kept trying to pass the buck on to my boy Chuck. That's my person is supposed to be quarterbacking the transition. He works for my insurance. And ooh, that fan is nice. And first time I've had it on. And sat in here. Wait a minute. Tissue? Oh, yes. So the guys were standing here in my doorway waiting for her. They had been waiting for almost 30 minutes for her to call them back to give them instructions on whether to leave the machines, take them, leave one and not the other, whatever. That's what they were waiting on. All along, while they were doing that, while they were standing there, we shooting the shit, but they also asking me dumbass questions. Like, then the dude gets smart with me, the Mexican dude, Jose, Hector, whatever, Hector, I'm gonna call him Hector because he big, and he gonna ask, basically, I asked him, what would you do if it were you? If it were your house? Well, I'm not you. Well, I know the fuck you ain't me, smart ass. Maybe you got smart with me earlier. So I'm real short with him. I know the fuck you ain't me. I'm me. I'm asking, what would you do if it were your house? based on your professional experience. He ain't want to answer because you know how fucked up the situation was. So, okay, cool. Still waiting. About 20 minutes is going by, 30 minutes. So I decide to call her myself. And then when she answers the phone, she act like she didn't know what the call was about. Ma'am, I'm so-and-so. Your guys are here delivering, but there's a problem they're saying. They're telling me they're waiting for instructions. What do you want to do? Oh, I'm trying to get into touch with Chuck right now. That was the guy I just hung up with. I'm like, for what? What is Chuck going to tell you that you're going to in turn tell them? Like, Chuck ain't got nothing to do with your company policy. That would be like somebody trying to figure out where this box of tissue goes, right? And I go, and they ask me, but instead of me taking the responsibility, because that's my job, I'm going to say, hold on, let me call Amanaz. Let me call Amanaz and see, I got to talk to her. Y'all gonna look at me like, what the fuck Amanaz got to do with that box of tissue that you are responsible for, right? That's the equivalent of what it was. She didn't want to take responsibility. And the thought I had, well, I started to say it when Chuck was on the phone, but I didn't. Because people in today's world are bitch ass niggas, and I don't know if he is yet, but I know them delivery dudes was. Because as soon as I said what I'm about to say, they peeled their asses out of here like instantly. I said, y'all know how white women are when they are in positions of fucking power. They don't like being challenged. Am I saying something that's not true? Y'all been around white women all your life like I have. Is that not a true statement? And I'm not talking about all white women. I said white women who are in positions of power. I'm not being racist. What I'm doing, that's another word that y'all don't know what means. We'll come back to that, parking lot that. But since we're doing words matter today. But because I identify you culturally, I'm not talking about race. I'm talking culturally. You are a white woman, a white American woman. That's a culture. Can we not agree on that? White. So if I'm talking specifically, because there are differences culturally between black women and white women. So I need to be specific that I'm not talking about black women and using flat stats by grouping all women together when it's really only white women or majority white women who do something. That's what I'm talking about. I shouldn't have to go into a long fucking explanation on that. We don't understand that. That's basic shit, right? So white women culturally, maybe I need to start putting that culturally in it, who are in a position of power. They do not like being challenged. That's been true. We always talk about slavery, right? Like Gary from Louisiana kept bringing up on Stephen State show when he was arguing with Officer Tatum today, right? Shout out to Officer Tatum. I kind of like him, but I don't agree with him on everything, but I like him. So I think he has a good disposition. But the guy kept making everything a black-white issue because we're so culturally as black men, we've been, particularly black men, I'm talking about black men now. Culturally, black men have been trained to think two-dimensionally. They can't think three-dimensionally. And that's why we can't, that's one of the reasons we can't get ahead. Because if the men ain't fucking thinking right, the women damn sure ain't. So I can't even deal with the sisters till I fix y'all big-headed ass ninjas. It's either or. Black, white, up, down, negative, positive, this, that. That's the basis. If you listen to every fucking argument. They can't think dynamically. They can't think dynamic. They can't think three-dimensional. Before we even get into 4 dimensions, they can't even understand and comprehend 3. This or they ain't even got 2 down pat. And they try to shove their whole world view into this or that. This or that. This or that. You can get with this, or you can get with that, or you know I'm a 90s baby, y'all, right? I'm an 80s baby, right? You can get with this, or you can get with that. The engine number 9, coming down the transit line. If your train runs off the track, you pick it up. Back on the scene. I can't remember all the words. Somebody sing for me. Y'all know I can't do this no more. I could rap, but I can't. I don't remember all the words no more. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right? Y'all know where I'm going. Or is it just me? I'm doing old shit. Who put a 1 in the chat? What's that for? What's the 1 for? Did I call for a 1? I talk a lot. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I can't remember what I was saying. Why that 1 would make sense to me. 1-dimensional. That's what she meant. I get it now. Yeah, you're right. Well, no, because in order for them to stay in 1 dimension, they got to compare it to something else to justify why they're over here. I'm this way because of that. They usually is white folk. And that's what Gary kept doing on the whole damn show. And this is why I tell y'all, the brother was intelligent. He's not ignorant. He was an intelligent man. But he's intelligence. This is why I tell y'all. He's not a knowledgeable man. Okay. Intelligence goes into the realm of information. Okay. He's accumulated a lot of information and he's regurgitating it. Okay. Then you go to the next step when you got to always add experience, right? Once you add experience to your information, then you get knowledge, right? Let's stop right there. And you saw this clearly in that back and forth him and Tatum was having, because he kept coming back to, I'm from Louisiana, local Louisiana politics, my neighborhood, black, biggity, black. The white man down here he couldn't understand the bigger picture because he had information and very little experience. Therefore, there was no knowledge. In order for information to go to the next level, which is knowledge, you got to add in the experience. Don't I do a good job of giving y'all these formulas? I mean, Kevin was great at the anagrams or whatever. Coach is Greg Adams. Shout out to Coach with meat, money, energy, attention, time. Crimson Cure, her 4 Ps. Some people are great at those analogies or those anagrams or whatever you want to call them. I'm good at formula. This plus this equals this. That's me. Right? A plus B equals solution. Problem solved. A is the problem, B is the solution, and then equals solved problem. Right? Culture. Biology plus environment equal culture. Those things. Okay? That's what I'm good at. So men, and that's what Gary was doing. And then every time Officer Tatum tried to expand the conversation, he kept going right back and name dropping white politicians down there in Louisiana. Nobody gives a fuck. You're on a broader stage, but he didn't have the experience of communicating to the world. His experience is communicating locally, and he's probably good at it. But now you're on a world stage where you're communicating to the world. Everybody doesn't understand Louisiana. We don't know the names or the neighborhoods that you're name dropping. None of that matters to us. It doesn't matter. But basically, the basis of his argument the entire time was white versus black good, white bad. That was his argument. And even Tatum started picking up on it. And, we got to have black representation. Why, brother? Where has that ever benefited us? We got an entire black congressional caucus that has done nothing. In my lifetime, that's 50 years. They've done nothing. Or let me not summarize a lot of them and all their careers. They've done very little. Insignificant. We just can say we got a congressional black caucus. Okay, but what have they done? For you, what can you point to that they did that really made things different for you? But yeah, we wouldn't have had them. No, we don't. But we have had. What has been done? Trump lied. Trump a racist. All of the tropes came out. What has Trump lied about? They still can't tell you that. Trump lie every day, right? According to them, orange man bad. If that's true, it should be very easy for you to tell me 5 lies that Trump has told in the past year. Right? Oh, everything get bad. Gas high. This high. It ain't coming down fast enough. Republicans, right? It's the argument without me filling in the blanks. I mean, the giving you all the filler. These are the highlights because they raise their voices to emphasize those things, right? Okay, I find that interesting. Because remember I tell y'all about the magic trick. Watch this hand. Don't pay attention to my other hand, right? That's what they're doing verbally. By doing that, right? And some people have different kind of voices, like the Umars and other people, and their voices kind of mesmerize you if you're not careful. Then you just like hearing them speak because of the way they sound. But when you get to the substance of what they're actually saying, it's limited at best. What are they saying? Nothing. The quotes, you could turn on MS Now and hear that shit. You can hear that. You go to any liberal podcast, you'll get that. Why I need to hear this dude debating? You ain't bringing nothing new into the debate, brother. Heard it already. I heard it all our lives. What is the solution? They never want to get to the solution. They want to stay stuck on that A and never move to the B. They always. I said this maybe 5 years ago on Jay's podcast. Okay, we had these arguments over and over and over. When are we going to start talking solutions? Real tangible solution. Then even some of them, they know the solution, by the way, because Jay said, oh, we got to put the family back together. Okay, nigga, where your family at? Show me where you doing the work. Remember, you got to do the work in the field before you build the house. But you want here on the podcast fronting like you actually build it at, you at the build the house stage when you ain't did no work in the field and you in your 30s. When you going to get going? Remember I told you our parents got started in their teenager years? You got niggas that's in their 30s and they have no clue. But they want to come out here and try to lead women. Woman told me recently, I need to see the picture. And I understood what she meant because it's not clear as it was in past times because the picture was the same for everybody. You hook up with a woman, you get married, y'all work towards getting a house, get a house, then you work toward, getting cars, you work towards things, having children, she knew her role, you knew your role, and you lived life and you grew together. That was the picture. It was clear for generation. Well, that got flipped on its ass with the baby boomers, generation of sociopaths. And then with my generation, it was way off the hook. Then the strong independence came in. Y'all all right? Y'all with me? Or am I going too far? What was the word the white lady said? She told Chuck I was over the top. Oh, quickly, let me come back to that story. You got to stay on here to get all the stories because it ain't going to always be linear. Okay? This is 4-dimension thinking here. That's not linear. That could be up, down, sideways, across the vertical plane on a different axis. That's conversation with me. It's 4-dimensional thinking and 3-dimensional chess. Everybody says that, but they've never seen. I'm going to buy it. I used to have a 3-dimensional chess set. I'm going to get another one. I think I gave it to Damien years ago when he was a kid because he loved that damn thing. I got it on QVC or some shit back in the day. I think I paid like $20 for it, but it was a real nice set. And Damien always loved it. I think I gave it to him. I don't remember. That would have been before he went to the army. So anyway, Chuck was on vacation last week. So Chuck gets in touch with them yesterday when he comes back. She tells him some bullshit story that I was over the top because what did I say they do? They always point the finger. And she pointed it at me, even though I'm not the one making the mistake. It was your installers. First of all, they made a mistake. They could have came last week. They could have came Saturday. I was here. That's why I was here early. Anyway, I was just sitting here. Anyway, I ain't even have none of this stuff in here. I ain't wasn't doing shit last week. Anyway, they didn't come last week. First mistake. Second mistake is she told me last week that they couldn't come Saturday, Friday or Saturday. So they ended up coming Tuesday because I had to go to dialysis Monday. Right? They'd be here anytime on Tuesday. I waited the whole day Tuesday for them to come, and they came at the end of the day. I could have did the other stuff I had to do. I could have went to the courthouse last week myself. I could have went down to DSS because I got to make sure my insurance is switched over. It's something else. There's a couple other little things I could have done. But and Joy in town, I could have had her taken. She already offered, I didn't know that. Yes, I didn't know that until yesterday, in all fairness. But my point is, I missed out on opportunity. So when they got here Tuesday, the guy comes in. He looks at my washroom. He says, "You need a gas washing machine. You got a gas hookup." There is no gas hookup in my washroom. Let me show y'all. I want to show y'all how ridiculous this motherfucker was. Okay. Somebody tell me if you see a gas hookup in this washroom. It ain't a big room. He looking up all up here and being fucking facetious. And what the fuck are you doing? So anyway. He so the other guy, now they got two delivery guys. Installer, whatever you want to call them. It's two of them. The other guy came in here and said the same damn thing. The Mexican. Hector said the same shit. So your two delivery guys, young and old, white and Hispanic. Neither one of them know what the fuck they doing. And no wonder it take them all day to make 3 deliveries. The fuck are we talking about? Right? So then the confusion became, what do we do? Hector went out there to call his boss. That's who I just spoke to. She was supposed to call him back. 30 minutes goes by, so I call her, and then she start pointing the finger like she just did with me and Chuck on the phone. I'm glad he had us on the 3-way. And they at some point decided, they got pissed off when I said, well, because when I hung up with her, I was agitated. I said, well, see, they were kind of like looking at me like, what'd she say? I'm like, well, you know how white women, well, you're white. I ain't got to tell you about white women. Oh, we got to go. They bitched up. I'm like, y'all, what the fuck just happened? Y'all punk ass motherfuckers. Oh, it's too bright out here. I can't. No. I didn't think it was that bright. Fuck that. I'll go in the back. Shit. But they bitched up. And I'm like, nigga, she can't hear you. I mean, she can't hear me. I done hung up with her. The fuck is wrong with y'all punk asses? I can't stand bitch assness. That's why women don't respect y'all. They might not like what you say, but they gonna respect you. Amanaz don't like what I say all the time. You know what I mean? But she can respect me like, hey, that nigga honest, he ain't never lied to me, and it is what it is. And that's most women I deal with. See, y'all think if y'all sweet talk women, like my cousin said, yeah, your V gonna have your ass in divorce court. Oh, you think that's why I had to go to divorce court? Because of the way I talk? Oh, I'm trying to. It got me like this. It's like mirrored or something. I gotta fix that later, I guess. So anyway, um, so they shot out of here. They made the decision to take the machines back. Remember, we were waiting for the instructions. I didn't make the decision to do that. I just asked the question, are you sure you want to split up a pair? Because at one point they were talking about leaving the washer and taking the dryer. Like, why split up a matching set? Is that what y'all normally do? I don't know. Hell, Chuck just told me today that the electrician should have came today. I didn't know nothing about that. That's my first time hearing that. But I've been here all day. They could have came. I'm here. He finally acknowledged, yeah, there's some miscommunication, but not on your part. He was thinking, because he asked me, did they come fix the plug? I was like, I didn't know they were doing that today. But I'm like, I'm making changes to my schedule and I'm being accommodating for those people, but I'm the customer and nobody's accommodating me. Like, when did that become customer service? Where the customer got to keep making the business more comfortable because you get in your fucking feelings because you're a white woman that's in charge and you got a little bit of office power, or you on the PTA, or you at the Democratic, the voting board, or with all in them little places they like to assume power. That's what they do. So let's not pretend. And this is what I meant earlier about addressing the negative to get to the positive. If we don't discuss this, we all gonna pretend like the shit ain't on the floor. In my analogy that I always use, no, we all smell they bullshit. Ain't nobody speaking up. Somebody got to clean up the shit. And that's a big problem in America is liberal white women. I'm sorry. That's in power. They're chronic victims. They're the biggest chronic victims, even though they ain't a victim. They're the antagonists usually. Since the founding of this country, since they got over here in Jamestown. Me too. I want to be a victim too. I want to blow my whistle. I want to run over police. Right? Amen. Okay, I thought I had a new comment. But I'm the bad guy because I say something about it. How dare I say there's a shit smell in here? How dare I say that? And she did it. How dare I say that? So Chuck gets on the phone with them yesterday, and she lies, and I was over the top, and this and that, and y'all know how I ain't got no problem with kicking down the fucking door and being over the top. I did not do that. Did not. Just like I just checked her ass on the phone again in front of Chuck because she lied. Oh, I was waiting for a call back, he says. No, you weren't. When we hung up the phone yesterday after you took my money, you said, well, I should be able to get it out here tomorrow. I don't know what time because they have other deliveries, but it'll be tomorrow. I say, cool. Long as it's towards the late part of the day, I'm fine because I got something to do in the morning. Well, Alonda ran late, so I told Alonda, let's just do it Thursday. I waited. I'm still waiting. I done ate lunch and everything. All of that happened. Still waiting. I'm looking at the clock. Whoa, like it's getting late. When are they coming? Now, it don't get dark till 9 o'clock here. 8:30, 9 o'clock. Maybe they need to do some overtime. I'm pretty sure they would love to get some overtime. So maybe y'all need to pay them. Since you charged me they tried to charge me $200. Chuck talked them down to $150. Then the bitch charged me tax. $150 for them to redeliver the thing that they decided to take because they made a mistake. I ain't say do nothing. This is why I record everything. Document. Black men. Write it down. No, use a notepad on your phone. Just jot down little notes. Use your calendar. Get some security cameras. Document. You will thank me. We live in the future now. Use future tools that we have access to. Use them. It will help you. And more men are starting to listen to me. SYSBM. I was the first one to start saying that. I don't get credit for it, but I was. Go back and watch the video. I got a video entitled SYSBM. Please find me a video where somebody said it before I said it. I'll wait. But, people's champ don't get no credit for nothing, Hell, y'all don't even want to respect the kings of the manosphere no more. Y'all have no respect for the architect, for Tommy Sotomayor, for Angry Man, for MTR, for any of those guys. I'm leaving somebody out. Y'all, everybody claim to love Kevin now, kind of shit. Everybody love you when you're dead. Reinventing history. Ain't nobody got no respect for Dr. Hassan Johnson, for BGS Ibmore, Coach Greg Adams. No, y'all listen to these fucking clowns that don't know shit and they never done shit. Ain't nobody got respect for the GOAT. Anton is the GOAT right now, based on numbers. That's what we about. We about putting up numbers on the board, right? Who don't put up more numbers than Anton in this space? Love him, like him, or love him. Like him, love him, or leave him. Who don't put up more numbers than him? Does that mean you got to agree with everything he says, how he live his life? No, none of that shit matters. What numbers how many points did he put on the board? That's what matters. You watching the game, y'all niggas love to watch, as I'm gonna call it, discus, because that's all the NBA and the NFL are, is discus. Look that up, you Bible thumpers. Look up discus. It's the same shit. All America is modern day Rome. So back in Roman times, it wasn't no NBA or NFL. The game was discus. And y'all niggas was in the stands watching them warriors, the chief of the men, black men, get eaten by lions and cheering it. Same shit y'all do today. Discus. Y'all ain't see that coming, did y'all? Like I said, y'all don't want to talk Bible with me. Because that's the same thing y'all do when y'all get into religious arguments. That's all it is an argument. And all y'all do is repeat Christian talking points. But you don't know what they mean. You don't know the historical context. Me and Joy brought that up yesterday. You know, they don't understand the context of the thing at the time it was written, what they were talking about. They were thinking three-dimensional. So they were thinking, hell, they might have been thinking six-dimensional, some of the prophets, because they understood future events. So some of the things they were speaking about were historical, present for the time it was written, which became later our history, and then they were speaking of things to come that haven't happened yet. They had an understanding of all of those things. I don't know how many dimensions that is, but that's amazing. Daniel and them, you know. Another conversation. So I say, the way I looked at it, I was like I just said to Chuck a little while ago, I was held hostage. Not me personally, but the washer and dryer being that I need those things. They held them hostage, right? To get another $200 at. I'm a disabled person. They know that. That's fucked up, right? Everybody always talk about the veterans, the people who served the country in the armed forces. I'm one of those people. And I'm disabled, and fuck me, let me get an extra $200 out of him. Because I fucked up my job, and I don't know how to do my job effectively, and I pointed the finger at him and everybody else like she tried to do again today with Chuck on the phone. No, here's what you said, and here I am waiting. There was no callback. If you shouldn't have took my money if you didn't have it on the schedule, but you were quick to take my money from me. That's like you going to McDonald's, they taking your money and going 20 minutes later. No, not even 20 minutes later. You go, hey man, I'm waiting on my order. You've been waiting 20 minutes, right? And they go, yeah, I'm sorry, it's coming. And then it never comes. And you go, hey, where my money at? Like, where my food at? What's going on? Like, I could have went somewhere else. Now, the other places are going to be closed because I've been waiting on you and you've been stringing me along. That's bad business. You want what you paid for. And if you know at the time you didn't cook the meat, why are you selling the burger? When you do a changeover from breakfast to lunch, they always ask, y'all put the meat down? That's what they ask. You put the chicken down before they start selling. You got to make sure you have something available to you. You can't operate, and there's a law against that. I forget the name of it, but you can't operate just selling people things you know that you don't have available. You that product or service or good or whatever you want to call it has to be available you have to make a good faith law, I think it is, good faith effort to have that thing available. This goes into consumer law and you know, those kind of laws or whatever to cover consumers, and they have to. The company can't just sell you something, knowing that they never planned on providing that product or service to you. They didn't have it available. So me and Chuck comes up with the solution, or I came up with it. Here's the solution. Do I need to be here when they come? Can they just come in here? They already know where the fucking washroom is. I got cameras in here, and I'm gonna make sure I put cameras in other places. So when they come in here, Thursday is the day. Now I believe tomorrow or Thursday. Maybe I'll move my cameras tonight, so that way I can capture them when they come in and hear what they're talking about, right? And I'm gonna expose the shit out of them because I got a camera over here in the corner, a security camera that covers them. They'll cover them walking in. And my doorbell camera will catch them walking up, and my living room camera's facing out. I can just face it in and face it in a new direction. I don't have a camera in that. I'm not going to put one in the laundry. It doesn't make sense, but anyway, I'm even thinking, should I move this one closer? I'm thinking where I could put it, but I'll do that later. But the solution is, once again, I'm solving their problem so they can make money. Then why don't they just hire me to do the job? No, because they want little Becky or no Haley or whatever the fuck her name was, Kelly or something. You know the typical names. It was one of them, and they want to sit at their job and pretend like they're bosses, and they got their little desks decorated, little stickers and little knickknacks on their desks, and they, most of the time they spend most of their days scrolling TikTok, doing some bullshit. Facts. Are they the only one? No, but that's what I'm talking about right now. Liberal white women, culturally, who are in positions of power or authority, same thing. They abuse the fuck out of it. And in leadership reflect attitude, or attitude reflect leadership, right? So her employees' attitude come from them. Same shit. That's why they bitched up and ran out of here when I highlighted it. So we'll see how this goes, to be continued. But they would. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck is going on? Now the electrician, I need to be here for him, because, and I don't want to keep missing days of dialysis over this shit. But I need my plugs to work. I need my refrigerator hooked up. I need these things to work. Oh, I need to call him back. Let's go in the other room. I need to continue unpacking the groceries so I can go in the other room. I needed to call Chuck back, but
I'm sorry, y'all. There's internet outage over here, and my phone died at the same time. So Wi-Fi. I mean, I'm on regular my phone internet. Boost Mobile comes through again, baby. Boost Mobile always on. I don't know why. I don't never have no problems with Boost Mobile. My Boost Mobile never has any drop calls, hardly. I never in the area where I can't get no signal. I'm always on with Boost. TV ain't on right now, so uh, I'm gonna let that chill. Computer. Oh shit. Fucking internet is out. Just thought about it. That means my Alexa is out. No problem. Let's see here. There we go. Got some light. I was trying to turn on the light. That's how I realized it was happening. Okay. I'm still trying to put these groceries up, so y'all coming with me. I had to switch phones, so here we go. So yeah, and they lie. Their first go-to all the time, white women will lie. They used to get black men killed on a daily basis. So trust a black man when he's telling you. Don't be going, he misogynist. No, them bitches historically lie. Or just anything. We already agreed to they can come Wednesday or Thursday, right? Why did she have to add, well, I'm sorry, it was just I was waiting for a call back. No, you weren't. She didn't need to say that. But she had that need to point the finger again. And I wouldn't let it, I'm not letting it get away with it. I ain't letting none of y'all get away with it. Man, woman, white, black, I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna tell, you ain't gonna play in my face. I'm not allowing it. Now, look, we could just move on, but you ain't gonna keep lying about it. We're gonna come to an agreement that that's not true. What you said, and this is why I say document, document, document. Get a little notepad on your phone. You all got them. Just jot down, she said, he said. It's just like I told y'all that night. Insomnia theory I did. There used to be a time in the world, and it's when it's in this environment we call America, where your word meant something. That's my word. People, I tell you, people will say something, and then 5 minutes later they saying something completely opposite, and act like they didn't say the other thing. Okay, you can change your mind, but don't lie that you said something else before. I mean, we all got a right to reevaluate things and think about things, but don't make it seem like you didn't say that other thing. We didn't agree to that other thing. And that's what happens with men and women a lot of times, because women, y'all very loose with that. And y'all will say something and a man has an understanding, then y'all want to change the game, move the goalposts, as we call it. And men today ain't playing that game. That's why a lot of men are walking away. Okay. My cheese. I'm having tacos tonight. If you want some tacos, you better bring your punk ass over here and get some tacos. That's the invite. If you hear it. That's your invite. Okay. I gotta find my trash bags. So I need to throw some big trash away. I'm gonna use these little ones, but I got some big trash. Okay. I'm making progress, y'all. I am making progress, slowly but surely. I am making some progress. Now, I want to clean up this trash because I like my kitchen being neat. I don't like my kitchen looking like this. What I got in here? Okay. taco shell, mustard. See, people force you to eat what they eat. I don't eat mayonnaise on my turkey sandwiches. I only eat mayonnaise on my cheeseburgers and stuff. I like mustard on my sandwiches. These people been around me all my life and they keep trying to force me to eat what they eat. What is that? Oh, okay. That's my crunchy tacos. That's my honey for tomorrow. I got my honey. I never had this kind of honey, so hopefully this great value honey is good. I mean, honey's supposed to be honey. I like the bottle though. I definitely, it's already upside down. This might be my new favorite. I used to buy the little honey bears, but this was a better deal. I'll put that up there. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I got to find these trash bags, y'all, because, hell, I got to figure out where the hell I'm putting these sodas. Let me figure that out right now. I have no idea. I haven't sorted in my mind yet, anyway, where things are going. So I'm kind of winging it as we go. And let's look at my pantry. So that's my trash can pantry. I don't like that, but I'll fix that. Yeah, I don't know why they put this stuff at the bottom. Why did they buy Hungry Jack? All my life, I bought Aunt Jemima pancake mix. I ain't never bought no fucking Hungry Jack. I hate. Let me just be grateful I got them. Let me shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna be happy I got them. I could not have nothing. So let me shut up. I didn't pay for it, so it ain't costing me nothing. I'll shut up. I mean, my gripe is black people. I ain't never been in no black people house and they had Hungry Jack. That's white people shit. Black people got Aunt Jemima pancake mix historically and Aunt Jemima syrup historically. So you always safe going with certain things when you shopping for black people. Texas Pete hot sauce is one. If somebody send you to the store to get hot sauce, here on the East Coast anyway, you're going to get Texas Pete. It'd be weird if somebody come back with some other brand. Like, what the fuck is that? Now you got Louisiana, you got Tabasco. Some black people prefer those. But you're safe going with Texas Pete. That's why when you go in the Chinese place that we all love, the little packets of hot sauce are usually Texas Pete. 9 times out of 10. I do not know where these damn sodas are going. I'm looking for a spot now. Let me see here. Yeah, there go that damn electric tape I was looking for last night. So I just found a place for the sodas. But I gotta put them up. I want a couple in the refrigerator, right? Sometimes when I was in Gastonia, I would just put a case in the refrigerator. But my refrigerator is small, so I can't do that. So I'm just gonna put a couple of cans of each in the refrigerator. Down here, for example, is where it's gonna go. And the rest in that cabinet. I like cold drinks. And I remember I was in my sister at Terry's house. They don't have nothing cold and no ice. I'm like, what the hell? That was strange to me, but to each his own. I understand you not liking ice, but you ain't got nothing cold to drink? in the summertime in North Carolina. That's weird. And they from North Carolina for the most part. Yeah. And put those in the cabinet. Good spot. Okay. Now I gotta find a place where I can't, because I need to find my. I guess I'll do that shortly. I gotta find my big. Oh, I gotta find my big Ziploc bag so I can put the chips in. I don't want to put the chips in the cabinet opened already. Sodas. Bob must have been sweating a little bit. So, and I guess the other soda can go under there as well. That's a good spot. Okay. So let me do that. And this soda will last me a long time. Oh yeah, that's a very good spot. Okay. Very good spot. It's coming together. It's all coming together. Yeah. That's coming together. Okay. So I need to find trash bags. What is that? No, okay. I know y'all like, why you keep saving them Walmart bags? They're gonna become trash bags real quick. Trying to find my big trash cans bags first, so I can use my trash can. But yeah, let's see, the purpose of them, of her charging me $150, that's the same thing as the lynching. That's a modern day lynch. You know, the same thing used to happen back in that time when they were lynching. You know, even though the black man didn't do shit to him, they made up a slight or an offense, and then nigga Rosewood, remember Rosewood? They burned Rosewood down because that one woman told that lie. That's how bad it was back then. Now, also, now that I say that, it reminds me of what Gary was saying to Officer Tatum earlier today. He kept bringing up slavery. Will y'all niggas get the fuck over slavery? Slavery ended in 1865. And they still try to keep using it as a justification on why they ain't doing shit today. That's bullshit. How do you explain Reconstruction, the Harlem Renaissance? How do you explain the Great Migrations 1 and 2? How do you explain those things if systematic racism, not saying it doesn't exist? I'm saying they don't understand it because they try to put it in that either or. It's this or that box. And that's why they don't get the understanding, because it's more complex and dynamic today. So I can't even have that conversation with the average person because you don't know enough, you ain't experienced enough. And then now you got these Gen Zers running around here screaming slavery and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. How do you explain those things that I just mentioned? Since systematic racism is keeping us down. And the white man, orange man is holding you back. Trump bad, but Biden is good? Explain that to me. Let me see here. Explain that shit. They can't. They cannot. They absolutely cannot do it. Let's see. It started to get dark, so I'm wondering if there's some clouds moving in. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. Yeah. Ooh, there is a storm coming in. I
I think that's what knocked out the internet prematurely. Let's see here where we at with it. Okay, I got enough charge for right now, so I can smoke. Yeah, there's a look like the alien ship is hovering over Charlotte again, at least over on the west side. Mm. I don't know if y'all just heard that, but I did. Sky rumbling. But yeah, that's the bullshit that's happening with this A B argument they try to put everything into. And this, fellas, because it starts with y'all. It starts with y'all, right? Black man. Y'all put this out there because your punk asses don't challenge it. And because you don't want to get cussed out, you don't want no pushback, you don't want to not to give you no coochie, not to tickle your balls, whatever it is, you bitch up, so you shut the fuck up. You a bitch ass nigga. That's what I call y'all. And I say it to your faces in person with no problem. I'm already disabled. You're gonna do whoop my ass? Okay, go ahead. I done had my ass whooped before. That ain't nothing. Been a long time. But see, y'all bitch niggas are scared to get your ass whooped because you ain't never been in a fight. Again, experience. You have problems with women because of you. You don't stand for nothing. You don't have no code. You just fly by night niggas. And then you get mad when somebody about me, like me, come along to tell you about yourself. Then the ad hominem attacks come out. Then you want to start attacking me. Stop shooting the messenger. You attacking me ain't changing you. But some men, they think because if they tear another man down, somehow that elevates themselves. Or think about it another way. If they lower the bar by attacking a better man, they might be able to reach the bar. Because most of these niggas is below the bar. Especially the niggas y'all having babies with. It's them. We know them the bottom of the barrel niggas. What is the test? Are they a baby daddy? Then they bottom barrel niggas 9 times out of 10. Are there exceptions? Sure. But the majority of men are single and childless. And 60% of that group are in the middle class by themselves. So who's making all of the babies? Them bottom 5%. We gonna start telling the truth. Y'all quick to tell the sisters about, you see, sisters, by the way, y'all like, you always talking shit about women. I've been getting on men all day today, have I not? Oh, okay. We gonna tell the truth. Men, you gotta stand on business. What's your code? What you believe in? What have you done? Oh, you got a smartphone now? And you got a little bit of information you think? All information ain't good. That's why you got to have experience so you can sort it out, and then it may lead to some knowledge. And then once you get some knowledge with plus some more experience, that may lead to some wisdom. It takes time on job, and a lot of y'all ain't never been on the job. Like I was telling you about that other podcast. Who the hell is this? Oh, somebody turning around. I thought he was pulling up in my yard. Nice truck, though. Um, some of y'all ain't ever been on the job. You ain't never done shit. Like that podcast I was talking about. Had to lie about being married, stole the whole other dude's story. Lying ass dude. Bragged about being in the Marines. Wasn't in there long enough. Got shot in his ass because he's a clown. By his homeboy. Friendly fire shot in his ass. You spend most of your time in the hospital, laid up like Forrest Gump and shit, eating ice cream cone, talking about all for sedan ass niggas. Get the fuck out of here. I told him I done whooped a lot of Marines' asses. I have no problems with that. See, y'all know I used to box, right? And some of y'all do anyway. That was another like, ooh, thunder and lightning. So anyway, I just happened to look that way in broad daylight, but the clouds is over there. So anyway, I used to box, and a lot of them niggas got out of the Marines and the Army, thought they was tough, and hopped in the ring, and I peppered their asses up for at least one round, because that's all they could last. They had no conditioning. I used to run 20 miles a day after track practice. Yeah, after basketball practice. Suicides was lunch for me. I loved suicides. I know a lot of y'all complain about suicides when we played basketball. I loved them. I was an athlete. If I wasn't riding the bike, I was running like fucking Forrest Gump. Jenny! Ass ninja. I was. The hell we talking about? Let me see here. Hold on. I'm missing comments. Okay, one. Wait a minute. This is a new one. She said, "What? Wait. Yeah, ain't no more Aunt Jemima, but it's the same shit. They renamed it, but you know what I'm talking about. That new company they came up with. If it ain't Aunt Jemima, it's Mrs. Butterworth's. That's the syrup I like. Now they done bought me some pancakes. I don't even know if I got syrup in there. I guess I got to dig through 5,000 bags if I want to eat some pancakes, right? But they don't understand why I got skinny, for shit, stupid shit like that. Like if somebody tell me they ain't been eating because they ain't got no food, they hungry, am I gonna put the food up where they can't reach it? That's kind of the shit I'm talking about. Goofy shit. When I help people, I try to help them completely. And you good? You know. Now you told me you was good. Now don't get mad, later on. Like don't, if you ain't good, let me know. I ain't running out the door. Like Joy said to me, you sure you don't need nothing else? She wasn't running for her pretty self. I forgot how I always been attracted to her. She's so gorgeous. Her mom, I think, was from Ghana or something originally. Her mom's people, so she has those features. Um, but it's really the other things, me and her always just got along, and we would just be on the bus talking, on the train talking, and had just thousands of conversations about anything, and we still able to do that to this day. Just in different places in life. I think she got understandably so. The hell is that? Uh, some trauma from when she was married. And so do I. I mean, I get that. That wouldn't affect me and her, but I understand, it's like touching a hot pot. You ain't quick to touch it again until it cools off. So she's still in the cool off period. But you never know. She travel a lot too. And that's Holiday's problem too. Her pot cooled down 17 years ago. I mean, come on. When you gonna get right? Can't get right? You gotta start addressing your behaviors. And I'm not trying to make this about black women. Trying to keep it on the white girl fucking me over. But yeah, that's why she charged me that $150. Because it made her feel good. Yeah, I'm gonna charge that nigga some money. Yeah, that was her. I know that's her attitude. But the way I look at it is like that's $80 per machine. Where else can I get a washer and dryer that new for $80 each? I'm still winning. That's what I told Chuck. I'm winning. So I don't know what she got mad because I challenged her authority and she in front of her employees, and she didn't like that shit. It ain't my job to appease her. Her job is to appease me. Or get the fuck out of business. Because you keep pissing customers off and doing customers dirty, eventually it keeps up with, it catches up with. And it may not be next month, next week, next year, but eventually, if that's your behavior and you keep doing it, you ain't going. Y'all wonder why businesses go out of business? That's why. That's one of the main reasons they go out because of bad customer service. Even when they have a good product in service, they go out of business. Computer, turn on living room light. Computer, computer, turn on living room light. Computer, what's the problem? Computer, why aren't you responding? What is the problem? Computer, are you online? I don't think it's online. I think it's still offline. But computer, what time is it?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
What computer, what time is it? Computer, what time is it? Computer, can you not tell me what time it is? Computer, are you connected to the internet? No, it can't do nothing. That's the limitation of this Alexa anyway, where if the internet connection goes out, it's dead in the water. It's like a brick. Um, they need to get a rechargeable battery. They need to, for Alexa anyway, and they need to have some memory so that they're not always connected. Yeah, I got a bunch of trash to throw away. I got my small. Oh, where am I gonna put that soup? Let me see. Let me see. Where am I gonna put? So my pots actually are coming out of here. They're going over here. Because I didn't realize I had these cabinets. Yeah. And I know where I'm gonna put my lights. I noticed that last night. I need more of them lights. A lot of places, I'm gonna be charging the fuck out of light. So, okay. Trying to figure things out, y'all. So, yeah, that works there. And I know I got way more pots than that. I need a trash bag. That's where I'm at with it. I need the trash bag. Well, yeah, because I'm gonna fill up a small bag real quick. It don't even make no sense doing it. My forks are going there, so I know that already.
I'm not ready to cook. I still got some of that Chinese food left. Okay. I think, I think, therefore I am. Um, I think I'm going to sit down for a minute. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm coming in here, actually. Again. I know I'm moving a lot, but I'm trying to do things. So I'm trying to stay out of the living room because I got more things I can be doing in here. So as I see them, I kind of jump up and do them. And see, next week I'm gonna have to go through these boxes. I'm not gonna get to a lot of this shit till next week. I'm trying to make sure that I got enough to function on in the meantime. Because a lot of the things I need, actually, that box of cans, I'm gonna get rid of that today. I'm gonna do that sometime today. But in the meantime, I've done the curtains. I measured my curtains, so that's cool. Um, I think is the rain coming down? If it ain't, it's about to. Um, yeah, and then I'm gonna have to get Sundiata over here to hang up these curtains for me. Because if I try to do it, I'm fearful that what is the possibility because of the neuropathy in my feet and the peripheral artery disease in my legs, I might fall. And I don't want to fall in here by myself from that high up. And I don't have a ladder. I got these little stools and shit and a metal chair. Yeah, I think I'll be safer by trying to get him over here or wait until Imagine comes if she ever comes. Well, maybe Almanaz will do it when she come by here. But anyway, I need to get somebody else other than me because I'm a fucking fall. I just see that happening. I'm not scared. It's just reality. I'm calculating. I'm doing a calculation. But I'm gonna do my part and get the damn curtains in here. um, um, just looking around at things, figuring it out as I go here, and it's coming together. Coming together. I hope they give me all my money back. I really do. Because I want to get them TV. That's if they give me my money back, I'll get them TVs right away. Situated. Get the replacement TV for the living room. Bring that TV in here. I already got a TV in my bedroom, which I'm hardly back there. So that'll work. That'll work. But I made some progress today. That's important. Always forward, right? Always forward. I was looking for this when I was hanging my pictures. See that up there where I can find it. Mhm. Yeah, they took, I don't know who did it, but they were taking my tools out of my toolbox and just not putting them back. Like, I got a whole toolbox for this. They packed them up. Like, why did y'all pack my screwdrivers and stuff? Put that back in the box. I was looking for this when I was down there. Where I had to use the screwdriver to take the doorbell off the door. Oh boy. I like the way this couch feels now, I'll tell you that. Telling me to throw my couch out. Fuck out of here. You throw yours out. Like, how am I gonna do that?
Are you gonna bring your husband down here so he can do it? Do it? Like I can't do it. It sounds easy. I think sometimes that people don't always think before they speak, and at least even if you don't, because a lot of us don't. I mean, we all don't at times, but catch yourself like, oh my bad, you know. You don't even get that. I wonder did that Wi-Fi come back on? Wait a minute. Let's see. See if Wi-Fi came back on. All right, because I don't want to use all my data. It being the beginning of the month. I think it is. I think we're good. I'm not sure. Let's find out. No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's find out. No, it doesn't look like Wi-Fi is on. Huh. I don't want to turn off my phone data to find out. I guess I gotta go back in the other room. 'Cause that's where the other phone is. But this is gonna be a nice little room though. Once I get it together, the way I get all this clutter out of here, get the TV in here. It's gonna be nice in here. I gotta get another Echo Dot for this room because that's why a lot of times I go in the other room. Um, it doesn't make no sense. I got two Echo Dots now. It doesn't make any sense to bring the other one out of the bedroom in here because I'm not. I don't have no TV in here yet. So by the time I get ready to be situated in here, hopefully I'll be moving that other TV in here. So we'll see. Then I might have to get somebody out over here to put the stand together. I don't know if I can do it. I might be able to do it. We'll see. We'll see. Computer, what time is it? Yeah, the internet is still off. That's what I'm experiencing. Let's see. Turn this phone back on. Because this phone only works on the internet. So let's see. And it's hot. My bad. I popped out. I didn't realize it. I was moving around too much. I'm trying to see if the internet, what's going on with it. That's where I'm at right now. So this phone here is only on the internet. And this should tell us what's going on. I could just get up. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like it. You know, it's telling me to sign into Wi-Fi. Yes. Okay. See where we at. Let's see where we at. Maybe we are back on. Let's see. I hope so. No, that's Spectrum. Okay. Why is it doing this?
Okay. Copy link. I never had to do this before, but okay. That's new. Let's see what it's talking about. That's something weird. Some weird shit. I guess because it went out. Maybe this is part of the get back process. I never had to do this before, but okay. Let's see. Let's see. Waiting for Spectrum to, it's spinning the circle, so but I'm doing what it asked me to do. Copy and paste the link into my web browser. Why is it taking so long? Maybe it's updating. Yeah, it's the bar moving, so okay. I see the little line now. Almost finished. It's kind of speeding up a little bit. Okay, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Technology, right? Now it disappeared. There you go. He's loading now. Let's see. Come on. Load the page, baby. Now, every time it looks like it's about to load all the way, it resets and does something different. Okay, maybe it's going through fast. Okay, here we go. Sign in to get started. Okay. Sign in. Oh, okay, cool. It's a save password. That's good. Your service address. No, that's not my service address. Oh, that's what they're asking me. Okay. All right. I gotta call them. They on my list of people to call too. Duke Energy and Spectrum. They sent me this big old box. I don't know what's in that box. I'm assuming new equipment. I don't know why they sent that though. I already had equipment. They just told me to bring my equipment with me. So I don't know if that's some upgraded shit. That's why I'm gonna call them and I'm gonna find out. Is this upgraded? Computer, what time is it? Computer, max volume. Computer, what time is it? Okay, obviously it's still doing what it's doing. Computer, computer, what is the temperature outside? Mm. Yeah, it's still, wait a minute, what's this? Okay, we'll connect to us to activate. Okay, what is it asking me? Okay, I'd rather speak with an agent. Oh, fuck. You serious? I gotta do that? Okay, well, I'm getting off of here. I gotta call him. I gotta call him. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate everybody tuning in for lunch with V, even though we rolling into dinner and after work now. I'll be back on. Just stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate everybody stopping by the People's Podcast. I am your host, V Ben Israel, the People's Champ, and you could call me V.
It's your boy.